What up, Jada?
Two minutes, Heat. 2 minutes, and we're going live.
Yeah, I see. I saw you jumped on. Sweet, dude. I think they're gonna show out at Tokyo Game Show.
Yep. You finna talk about it. I'm tweeting it out right now.
I'm just wondering if they're gonna do a showcase or they're gonna wait till next year to do it.
What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Let me go ahead and go live. There we go. There we go. There we go. Say some Heath. I want to make sure we can hear you good.
Hey, what's up?
There you go. Loud and clear. Uncompetitive in the house was good. Barrios, Phil Bosch, Classic 153 was good, brother. Y'all know I got my brother Heath Stevens in the house. Terrence Singh, hey, brother. You've been waiting for this day. The day is here, brother. Tomorrow we will know. Chris Green in the house. Stony. Ghost. My brother Ghost. What's good, player? Shout G. We got Zinc in the house. What's good? What's good? What's good? Link 2K1. Yeah, Ghost. I got the channel's monetized and everything. I just never turn the shit on, I just like rocking out with y'all, man. I totally appreciate all of that, man. Totally appreciate it. But I'd rather just sit here and just pop shit with y'all, man. Real talk. Gaming since '88 in the house. What's good? What's good? Listen, we got 30 people in here. We gonna get about maybe 300. Give it a little time. Get y'all back up in here. Hey, today, man, we had some great news. You know what I'm saying? Some great news. We've been waiting on this. We've been waiting. Guys have been saying, where's Sony at? Where the PlayStation 5 Pro at? Where the games at? Where all of that shit is. But before we get to, the big hot topics, like my brother Heath was saying, do I think Sony's going to show out at the Tokyo event, or will they do a showcase or from what I'm hearing, Heath, the Sony's not doing any more showcases. They calling them state of plays, and that's just be the final name. I don't know how valid that is. What's your thoughts, man? What you think?
Uh, it makes sense. They'll just do state of plays, but there'll be different levels to them. There'll be showcase level ones, and there'll be like indie level ones, and you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because it's probably cheaper for them. Plus, I've always said I love the state of plays because they're usually 20 to 30 minutes, and all you get is game, 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 game,
yeah,
and there's no bullshit. So I don't mind a state of play because then they'll go to the Game Awards. I wasn't thinking of that either. They'll the Game Awards in December too.
yeah. Well, yeah, they're gonna be in the game. They got Tokyo, right? They probably want to reveal this PlayStation 5 Pro at Tokyo because it's in Japan, and we know if you look at the background, this is the 30th year anniversary for PlayStation. Matter of fact, today, I believe today is the 30th anniversary of the PlayStation 1. So salute to the OG console that started it all. And I'll tell you, each successive generation just gets better and better. And I know a lot of guys. Craig, what's good, my brother? So I'm gonna send you a link, Craig. Pause. You know how to add that pause in there. Craig, man, I really need what's your dis? Oh, there you go. You got access already. We got the Pope of PlayStation in here. My brother Craig Harris. Y'all know him. Fledgling,
Hey,
we see you.
hey,
Osmodius. Hey, we hear you, Craig, loud and clear, brother.
all right.
Yeah,
How's
we in.
everything going?
Everything is good, man. We got
All right.
some good news people been waiting on. For quite some time. For quite some
Well,
time.
what's happening? What's the good news?
Well, Sony, they're finally going to unveil this PS5 Pro, which has to be the worst hidden secret ever, right? I think.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. Oh man, let's see.
Except for Boomstick trying to act like they don't have money to build it or whatever he was saying.
Oh man,
gaming.
yeah, we hear you. We got my brother Next Gen 720 back.
What
Almighty.
Hey, yo, wait, hold on, my audio. I gotta get this audio.
We hear you loud and clear, brother. No, we hear you loud and clear. Perfect.
Not on mine though. It's choppy. Hold on, I got it.
Well, we hear you on our end.
Y'all can hear me. I mean, y'all can hear me though.
We hear you loud and clear, brother.
You live?
Yeah, I'm live. We just went live.
You said you live?
Yeah, we live right now as of 7 minutes ago.
Pass the goddamn couple rounds, bro. Pass the couple rounds.
Oh man.
But no, hold up. I'm trying to shout everybody in the chat. Shout everybody. I miss that nigga.
Yeah, man. You know
I'm trying to my audio. I'll come back in. It's choppy on my end.
Okay.
It's gonna like kick the area of the word. I mean, I'm trying to fix this up.
All right then. All right. Cool. Yeah, man.
I had it earlier, so.
Yeah, I was listening in on your show, Craig.
Yeah. People are like, oh, it's choppy. It's this. I'm like, all right, let me jump the stream, y'all.
You know a lot of this stuff. Listen, I'll tell you one thing about it, Craig. Man, you don't have many problems that I see, and I think that's because of StreamYard. But this Discord shit is give or take.
Yeah. Either it's working or it's not.
Yeah. And nothing works. And you know when we on 60 frames, no lag, sometimes it just depends. Sometimes it works fine and sometimes it don't. You never know what you're gonna get.
That is true.
But I'm here from the people that I've been on their podcast that use StreamYard, that shit goes flawlessly. And I don't know how much StreamYard costs, but I'm probably
it's
gonna
free.
Oh, it's free? Okay.
Yeah, you can get a subscription subscription service, but because I have a sub, it's like $20 for me, but they always have Black Friday.
Yeah.
I mean they'll do $5.99 a month, something like that. So.
Island Gaming with Jay, my brother Pastor Joe. Yeah, that was Z. He jumped in for a minute. He needed to fix his mic and stuff like that, and he's probably gonna jump back in. It's good. We got my brother Goatis back. He's been gone for a couple of weeks. You know, when we don't do a show, it seemed like a lifetime. So, we don't want things to get stale and y'all to run it everywhere else. So,
did you notice something, J-Dub?
What up, brother?
Nobody made fun of Cerny doing another talk.
Hey, we're gonna talk about it. You remember?
They didn't make fun of that shit.
You remember last time? They laughed. They poke fun. They said he's a nerd. They said he's just talking a bunch of technical mumbo jumbo, and his consoles came out whooping ass. And I think now this time they're saying, oh well, 20 minutes last time. Yeah, that was too long. Well, now he did it 9 minutes, and now they're complaining it's too short. So Craig, tell me, brother, what is it gonna take to make these gamers happy? It seems like you can't make them happy.
You have this rage component. That's why they came out saying things today. I saw where they're saying we ought to get a price, we ought to get pre-order notifications. It's like, no, that's not Mark Cerny's job. His job is to break down the tech, break it down, and then leave it there. He can explain why they did it. You'll probably hear why. They'll explain how Sony's partnership with AMD, blah blah blah. Yeah. And then he will say something to the effect of, "Now it's up to the developers to get the tech and then go ahead and run with it." What did he say last time? Will they choose ray tracing? Will they choose better frames? Will they choose better graphics? And people got to remember the sound. That's the 3D. It's amazing. That goes underappreciated within the gaming community. Is sound.
Yeah, and he said he's gonna make it even better this time with the PS5 Pro. So I can't wait for him to break down the tech tomorrow. I know you're gonna be live on it. I won't be live. I'll be listening in though.
Yeah, I'll be listening in. Yeah, I'll be at work.
And the sound, the PlayStation headsets they came out with, $150 magnetic planar driver headset.
Yeah, I got both of them.
Fucking insane. And I'm using it right now. They're great.
Yeah,
they're amazing.
I got the Elite and the Pulse. So
Sony makes hardware. Sony, I mean, their musical headsets are better than their gaming headsets.
Yeah, remember they bought the company that made the high-end headphones. I forgot the name of the company. RDs.
Yeah, they own it. They own them.
Audis. Yep. Yeah, RDs. They bought that company and they made like 500, 600, 8,000. I mean, $1,000 headsets. I mean, they made really high end headsets, and so they're using a lot of that technology with the carbon fiber parts and some of the other stuff that custom stuff that they have to bring you high fidelity audio. So when you're playing games like Astrobot and things like that, you can really hear the richness of the sound.
Any game, no matter what it is, shooters, you can actually hear around you, like exactly where they are. Like you can pinpoint it. It does make a difference.
Yeah, always mad gaming. What's good, brother? Go ahead, Craig.
Yeah, that I was gonna say, when I was playing Resident Evil 8 with those headphones, that was scaring me because it sounded like there was something behind me all the time. And it was the way they just did their 3D audio. And I keep telling people, when you deal with headsets, you want 3D audio. If you have a theater system in your house, then you use surround sound. You're gonna get better. You're gonna get that 3-dimensional sound. But with the headsets, the way the way we see things is amazing. But the way you can close your eyes and still paint where you are because of your hearing without your eyes. So, I think unfortunately you got some people out there and they're afraid of it, J-Dub. You know me, I ain't gonna lie. They're afraid of their PCs being upended, which when this thing comes out, it will upend all PCs that are 30, 90, and below. But if you're at a PC at that level, this is gonna do a little bit more than your PC.
And of course, people are going to compare it to certain types of GPUs and PC configurations, even though it's kind of hard to do that because a closed box with custom hardware and things like that's not in the PC, it's hard to give us apples to apples. That's just, it is what it is. But I know people still going to do it for the likes of them. And at the end of the day, what some people don't want to do, especially the PC crowd, they don't want to talk about the price to performance ratio. They want to tell everybody to go out and get a $700 PC, and there's not a $700 PC that's not gonna give you the performance of what you're getting on the PlayStation 5 or even the Xbox Series
$1,500.
And if you gotta think about it, it's just it's asinine to even bring it up. But that does show that there's a lot of PC guys that are very insecure. Because if you got a high-end PC, why are you even in these conversations with console? Like, why? Why do you have to feel inferior? Why do you have to be so scared?
They're scared.
Why are you scared?
Because they don't have the top of the line. That's why.
Listen, when I'm in one of my cars and I'm at the red light, I'm not scared of any car on the road, right? So why would I have to feel inferior and rev my engine at everybody that passes by? I'm not insecure. But there's a lot of people, and let's face it, according to Steam, majority of PC gamers have a GPU that's on the level of a 1060. So that in itself tells you need to stay out the fucking conversation. In the grand scheme of things, there's not many people that have a 4090 or 4080. But I do find some of these PC guys, they're really just disgruntled Xbox guys. They got tired of getting poked fun at by us. By a lot of people on the PlayStation side, and so they went out and bought them a PC, and now they're, touching everybody on the shoulder. Hey, look, I got a PC, and it's more powerful than this. Like, whoop-de-doo. Can you play GTA 6 day one? Can you play Astrobot? Can you play GT? I mean, keep waiting. Eventually, they may come. Who knows? But they may not as well. And you want to sit there and let the years of your life go away while you wait for some shit. That's not my motto. At the end of the day, consoles are cost efficient items, gaming items on a high some of the highest levels. I mean, no other way you're gonna get ray tracing. No other way you're gonna get instant loading and 3D.
That's just $1,500 to build a PC like that.
Yeah, and even then, right? There's still a lot of drawbacks of that. The CPU, the OS is bloated, and everything else, and all the other issues. It's not a
new Windows is going to be service.
Oh yeah, well we know that. Again, I don't want to make this a PC versus PlayStation or console thing. I'm just saying, based from what I'm seeing, there's a lot of guys that are scared of the PlayStation 5 Pro. They've been popping big shit. They've been trying to divert attention
Yep.
away from the PlayStation 5 Pro. They've been telling you to go buy this on a PC, go get your Steam Deck, ROG Ally, and all the like. Why do you have to be fearful? And then at the end of the day, they end up saying, "Well, I got a PlayStation 5 anyway, so it doesn't matter." And it's like, well, if you have a PlayStation 5, why are you sitting here whining? Just go play your games and call it a day. Let me salute everybody in the chat. Mario Heat, Young City, Ryan Landis, my brother, Chris Green, Navenza in the house, Fledge Run, Ryan, Immortal Black, what's good, my brother? Keep coming in. We got want to have another couple of hundred come in. Always Mad Gaming, see chilling. Yeah, man. Listen, I'm in my lazy boy right now with my laptop on my lap and my headphones on, the TV onto the channel, just popping shit with Craig and Heath and everybody else that's gonna come in. We had Next Gen 720. He came in for a few minutes. He's getting his mic together, and hopefully he comes back. But we missed the show. The show gonna go on, and we're gonna do that. One new meal in the house. He says the bots are in their feelings. Heath, let me ask you about that. Right now, the Xbox guys, they are playing their mid-gen refresh. It's an Amazon Fire Stick X or whatever they call it. So how are they taking this news? How do you think they're going to take tomorrow's event?
Well, some of them are saying that the PS5 Pro didn't exist and they didn't have any money, and then other ones are saying they're going to start next gen early in 2026 with their bullshit. It's like, get the fuck out of here. This shit ain't never happening. If they're gonna do it, they're gonna get rid of this gen completely and go cloud hybrid.
Yeah.
And do way underpowered. They're not gonna care.
Well, I'll tell you this. I think we kind of knew this coming this week because we heard rumors prior that said this week should be the week that PlayStation is going to announce their PS5 Pro. And then next week is going to be a state of play where they're going to reveal the games. So I think
and Tokyo Game Show, all the big shit they've been announced, like Hideo's going to be there with Death Stranding and shit.
Yeah. Can't forget about that Tokyo Game Show. This is the 30th anniversary. So I know we've been sitting around talking about Sony don't give you no shows. We don't have any shows that. It's like, listen, guys, Sony has been giving you the games. And here's the thing, until those first party games are ready to come, them showing you, they showed you Wolverine a couple of years ago, and it's not ready. They said let them cook. So they're at that point where they're getting ready and they're going to unveil these games, and we'll know what's going to happen next year. And I know we've been wanting this to happen.
They have to show shit.
Yeah,
they have to show shit now because we don't know what's past like Astrobot. So
yeah,
they have to show what's coming for the next 6 months at least.
Yeah, and I honestly think that Astrobot was that game. They wanted to get that out the door, and then they wanted to get that in Concord out the door, and then after that, then the rest of the games they got coming this year, they got Silent Hill 2. They got Until Dawn coming. They got a bunch of VR stuff coming. But I think the biggest third-party game that we can kind of look forward to next year, I think is going to be GTA 6. I think that's going to be the game that everybody and their mama going to have their eyes on. And
they didn't delay it again.
No, they didn't delay it. The same dude keeps posting his delay, but Rockstar keeps saying we haven't delayed anything. It's going to be on time.
Yeah.
And
why is he saying that? He's saying that because they all know that PS5 Pro will be the de facto place to play it. So they're saying, well, Xbox's hardware will come out in 26, GTA 5 will come out in 26, and then take advantage of the new Xbox. So that's all it. It's unfortunate that we're at this place where, like, JW did your podcast a few weeks ago saying that this thing, this thing is over.
Yeah.
The console war is over. So you just have people just trying to make shit up to stay relevant.
But I mean, you brought up a great point, Craig. Why? Okay, this whole 2026 shit was made up out of the blue. There's no credibility from anybody for it. But Xbox dudes have created this narrative that Microsoft is going to create a new console and release it in 2026 to get a jump start on next generation.
Yep.
What sense does that make, and why do they keep pushing that narrative? Is that copism?
Then where's the dev kits? Where's the dev kits then?
Well, that's true.
We would have heard about, you know what I mean? That's the first thing you hear about is the dev kits, like the PS5 Pro. You hear about that like years beforehand. You know what I mean?
No, you're right.
That's how we know. And there's nothing. They talked about hardware, but I think they're going to use their cloud shit that they already have, that they've been their own silicon. You know what I mean? Cloud shit where it's going to be ARM or fucking mobile based. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is fine, but yeah, they my understanding is they've given up on the what they call the living room. And I think it's kind of what Mike Ybarra was alluding to with his statement of, well, the people that are losing or have lost are always going to say that you know that things are dying. And you look at what Nintendo's the money and Sony's money that they've made off of Sony off of SIE, they're trending ahead of everything. So this thing is silly at this point. But let me ask you, Jada, what are you expecting to come out of Mark Cerny's mouth tomorrow night or tomorrow morning? I should say. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm gonna be a realist. I looked back at the PS5 showcase, the reveal. I also looked at the PS4 Pro reveal, and he gave a in-depth discussion on the tech that's going to be included in it, and that's pretty much it. He's the engineer and architecture. He's going to talk about the technology that's in it, and he's basically talking to the developers. This is for the developers. Of course, we're gonna watch it, and but it's basically to showcase to the developers of the technology that he created and how they can take advantage of it. Now, it's up to Sony to have another event to showcase the games and the tech actually working, right? So, I will say this: that first, I think with Mark Cerny with that showcase at the technical PS5 basically. He showcased that, was it Ratchet and Clank?
So
When they showed, it was Ratchet and Clank, and they showed the ray tracing, they showed the speed and how fast are the SSD and stuff like that.
Yeah, going from world to world.
Yeah, So I would assume he's going to talk about that, and there may be a game that he's going to showcase it doing it, or there may not. There may be another event such as State of Play next week, right? They might. What if they come out with, let's say Take-Two, or with Rockstar, and they just show the new trailer, the new GTA, the GTA 6 trailer running on the PS5 Pro. Wouldn't that be crazy?
I think
the Game Awards.
Yeah, I think we get a tease soon, and then you get the actual. I'm trying to read between the lines with somebody. I think we're going to get an actual trailer at the VGA game. Well, what do you call it? The Game
Tokyo
Awards?
There's two things, right? In December is the Game Awards. That's in December.
Okay, that's what it is, yeah.
But then we
Tokyo
have
Game
Tokyo Game Shows at the end of the month. That is the next big event. I don't know, what to expect there, but it is Sony's 30th anniversary, and it's at their home. It's at their house, right, in Japan, and I'm assuming they're going to want to do something. Sony's going to be there, or PlayStation is going to be there, rather. Kojima's going to be there. I don't know. I mean,
Did you see on the PlayStation site too? They have shit that there's going to be adding shit as they go. Like they're going to have shit on there.
That's why I said PlayStation is going to be there. So, it's kind of hard because some of this stuff is probably going to be uploaded to YouTube and hidden, and people, they go in the background and they tell you what's going to be there. I don't want anything to be leaked. I want to be surprised. Now next week, if they do have a State of Play, Will those what I want to know is, will those games be first party, or will they still just be more third party? Because I think
Or
right
maybe
now,
they'll have a state of play later this week because it's the 30th anniversary now, so they might have it this week.
true, it could
Don't
be.
find out.
It
They
very well
could.
could be. But according to the leakers that have been accurate with this, they said
They say next week.
this week was for the PS5 Pro, and
The
next
tech,
week was for the other stuff.
the games,
Yeah.
the actual games.
Who knows? Maybe we have more than one event coming up soon. We don't know
Yeah.
because
Well, yeah, because Tokyo Game Show is the end of the month. It's just a couple weeks away. So yeah.
yeah, y'all know Sony keeps their cards close to their chest.
And Sony's going to be there big time this year. They said probably because of the 30th anniversary. You figure.
Yeah. Now let's be mindful though. This is their 30th anniversary.
What if they do complete backwards compatibility because of the PS5 Pro and they can do it with PS3?
I'm not excited. I'm not excited for back to back. The generation is half over. I can't get excited for that. I just can't.
But just to have them native without streaming, that'd be a nice thing to have. I mean, it ain't great, but it's still a nice thing to have.
True, but you got to admit, you may try it out for a day. You may try a couple of games, and then
that's why they didn't do it, because they said 1% of people actually do it. That's why they didn't do backwards, because it was a waste of time.
Honestly, I think Microsoft did it the right way. Right? You do it in the beginning of the generation, where those people who are on the old systems can truly benefit, but you don't wait halfway in when you getting close to moving to your next generation to give people the old stuff for the it's great to have, but I probably wouldn't use it. I'm gonna just be honest.
No, J-Dub, the only reason why I'm saying that, because one of the old leaks that was there was the PS5, the one now, could natively run PS3 games because of how powerful the CPU is compared to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they could actually trick it into thinking it's running native and upscale everything and whatever. So I'd imagine they've probably been working on that for years. So who knows if we're ever going to see it or not,
Now, one thing I want to say, okay, let's say if that's the case, how do they plan on handling the PS3 discs? Because if I got a PlayStation 3 disc and I pop it in my PS5, will that still work?
Yeah, they would. You know what? They'd probably do the same thing like Xbox did, and they would just once you do, then you just get a digital code.
Okay.
Digital download. You know what I mean? Because you're just proving that you have the actual
like a
physical copy of it,
like a license key. Yeah. So Craig, let me ask you about that. Would you like the whole backwards compatibility of the complete PlayStation console lineup? Would that kind of sway you one bit?
Well, I understand why people would like it. For me personally, it just doesn't matter. I think the only game that I saw that I wouldn't mind playing from the PS3 is the Metal Gear 4, which my understanding is going to be announced as a remake. So if that's what they do, then I mean, I'm just speaking from my own experience because I had a 360, I never had a PS3, and when I went over to a friend of mine's house, he had Metal Gear 4, and I just remember because the game was 720p, but the cutscenes were 1080p, and I'm just gonna say a word that Hip Hop Gamer said to me when I interviewed him, which is the term cinematic, which is a PC. If you're a PC guy, you can go to your graphics settings. This is a stage above ultra, and that
Extreme.
there are going to be some. Yeah, it's going to be above that. They call it cinematic. So, and that it's already working on some games, not all, but as far as the whole slate, I get it. I mean, I remember playing Tenchu and the original Siphon Filter, but do you want to go back and play that now?
That's kind of my take on it, man.
Yeah. Now the SOCOM game would be fun. MAG would be fun. So I understand why people are saying it though. And if your point is that will it be nice to have? Yes, but I would put that in the premium, the PlayStation stuff. Their tiers. I would say in order for you to access it, you're gonna pay premium. So that's me though.
All right. Well, one thing I do want to talk about is where is this going to leave Xbox? We know they have the Xbox Series S, the Xbox Series X. They got this new 2 terabyte, $600 Xbox Series X that's all digital. But outside of that, they got a Fire Stick. This PS5 Pro will be the de facto world's most powerful console. How are they going to handle this? How are their fans going to handle this? Knowing that not just on paper, but knowing in reality that it's going to be difficult to go out and sell a Series X, knowing that another console on the market is not only running the Xbox games, but it's running better, looking better with high resolution, higher frames, and ray tracing and everything else. What do y'all think about that?
I answered the last question, so go ahead.
Yeah, they're gonna you know what it's gonna be. They're gonna downplay it and make up more fake stories of weird shit that nobody can prove. You know what I mean? Like we see every other day that there's no article, just they did it in Photoshop, But yeah, they're gonna hate it because that was their big thing, their world's most powerful, and it's not even going to be close with if what they're talking about the power of it, it will not even be close. Like it'll be insane, the difference. And with the devs with more and more devs being vocal about the problems with the S, and with Microsoft kind of, hand waving it, acting like it ain't there. I think you're going to see more you know what I mean? Because PlayStation is just going to be the de facto, just because of what's going on.
Yeah. Man.
I believe that I think you're going to see two things. I'll just add on to what he said. You're going to see the downplaying from the PC community. Oh, it's not this. They're already talking about how the CPU is weak and all that kind of stuff, and it's going to bottleneck. And I'm like, I've always said, well, the PS5 is not bottleneck. It doesn't have the screen tearing that you see with, say, the series console. But I think you'll see the downplaying. They'll say it's just not as powerful as this, and this. And but as far as the quote bots are concerned, what you were saying, the Xbox, we gotta all accept that they are a third-party publisher, and they have said it. Phil Spencer has said it. Amy the Hood, Amy the Hood is controlling Xbox right now. She simply reports to Satya. Phil reports to her. And if she walks she buzzes Phil in and says, I want this game and this game on PlayStation, Phil Spencer has no power to stop it. That's why I don't understand why people keep saying, well, Phil said. It doesn't matter what Phil says because Phil's not in charge.
He's not running that ship anymore. Those days are
he
over.
got sacked. He's there in name only. He still makes over $8 million a year. So it's not like he's not.
Craig, you make a good point. Phil doesn't even tweet. He doesn't even do anything anymore.
He did that recent interview where he admitted that shit, and that's it. But that was them. Yeah, he doesn't talk anymore like he used to.
It's like when he said the 4 games, these are these 4 games. And it's like, okay. And they were like, well, Phil lied. I'm like, Phil did not lie. He said, we're going to just get information and things like that. That was me.
And see how it goes.
Yeah, and that these guys online, it's the guys online. They still think Phil's in charge, but Amy the Hood is in charge, and not Phil Spencer. And whatever she wants to get, she's like that. Like I said, she's like that guy Paulie in that movie. Goodfellas? Paulie bought the bar. Paulie, now if the guy who was running the bar has an issue, he just calls Paulie. Somebody don't want to pay him, calls Paulie. So vendor not doing anything, call Paulie now. But when he runs out of that and Paulie wants his money, it's screw you, where's my money? That's what she's saying to Phil Spencer. We gave you $80 billion? Screw you, where's my money? That's what they're saying to him. So she's trying to get, as everybody understands business, you want to get maximum return. She can't get that off of Xbox because they're putting, like Phil Spencer said, the commitment to Xbox console holders is what? What did he say?
Game Pass.
Yeah, he said Game Pass, and if these games that you saw here at our showcase, are going to be on Game Pass day one. However,
But
you
he
will
still
be
he
seeing
still kind of
arcade
he
platforms.
still kind of lied on that, Craig, because while that is
They changed
true,
the tier,
he created a tier system that took it away from a ton of people
the day and
That-
date
that
stand.
is-
because
that's true.
they have to go and subscribe to the higher tiers to get access to those games. So he screwed off a
PC
lot of
does.
people.
Good point. Yeah, like I said before, I feel bad for the people who keep on thinking Phil Spencer's in charge. Not in charge. It's he's just a talking head at this point. And he did say that they have a commitment to Game Pass, and they do. But he also said that their commitment to other platform holders is you will be seeing more of our property on those platforms. That's why there's the guy hosting the show, is it Ryan McCaffrey, just kind of made that face. Like he was one number off of the major lottery. That's
Yeah.
the kind of face he had. So yeah, but as far as what they do, as I said, I agree. They're going to downplay it. They're going to say it's not that big a difference. It, in theory, is 4.4 more teraflops. But when you go to the floating point, it's 33 teraflops. Like with the Xbox.
Wait. So let me ask you this. So how does that work? Because
This times it by 2.
yeah, but it's
So-
I know you got floating point 16 and then floating point 32. I
Yeah,
was
so
under
16
the
Go ahead.
impression that it was floating point 32, 33 T flops.
It's 16 by 2 is what it is. From
okay.
what they.
Six,
Okay,
which
okay.
Actually, the original PlayStation 5 was supposed to be 16, but
Yeah.
remember they couldn't get it cooled
Yeah.
off. They had to,
Yeah.
they had to make that one liquid cooling system.
So
Yeah.
what is the current? So people know, what is the current T flop count on the PS5?
10.3.
10.3. Okay, and then the PS5, using that same floating point calculation, what is the new one gonna be?
20. It was in floating point. I believe it's going to be 20.4 maybe.
Ooh.
If that's just the PS5, if you break
Okay.
it.
God damn.
Hey,
You know.
Craig, I ain't gonna lie, that's a couple of extra Series S's stacked in on that. Oh man, that's some heat, Craig. That ain't a nominal jump. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean that's why was it Michael from IGN that does the gaming breakdowns? He was saying that they're getting with Death Stranding, they were getting closer to a 3060 as far as the optimization. And you look at what the 3060 actually brings, it's like, yeah, that's actually it's not wrong about that. So, but I think my understanding is, I could be wrong, it's 33 because it's 16 times 2, so 32 ...
Yeah.
So and that's where you're getting it from, that number. And then you could break it down more and say, well, based on 32, it's you multiply it again. So now you're at what, 64? So based on, if you develop like that, but again, to me, the console it's overclocked, and if the speeds are correct, it's been let out by Moore's Law and Digital Foundry and things like that. And I think it's probably real, because to me, I think Sony's the one leaking the information.
Yeah.
They leak it to certain people, then it's like, oh no, y'all can't talk about it. So
That's
yeah.
what I heard.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I heard. I heard that it's possibly Sony was putting out the information little by little to test the water, see how people feel, just to get people up to date on it. But here's the thing: you got the media.
Yeah.
You know they're gonna do their things. Some, to be fair, some gonna overhype, some gonna underhype. Then you got the boys already damage control and talking about, oh, that price is too expensive and it's gonna be $700-800. Might as well get a PC. Might as well do all of these other alternatives. But if we rewind back to 2020, before the Series X came out, because remember, the Xbox Series X came out as the most expensive console. because PlayStation had a it played PS5 dropped at $399.
Yeah.
For the digital. So it gave you an option to do that, whereas Xbox didn't really give you an option.
Yeah. True.
So now those people all of a sudden, it's too when it comes to PlayStation, things are too expensive. They talked about the VR being too expensive. They talked about the PlayStation Portal being. They talking about the DualSense Edge being. Why is it a problem when it's PlayStation? Why is everything a problem with PlayStation? But when Xbox comes out and it raises prices and it does things
like a $600 2 TB.
Exactly. it has the world's most expensive console right now. It's $600.
Yeah. Well, here's your truth on
Lunchi, what's good, my brother? Everybody that I missed in the chat, I got you, please. I got you. Go ahead, Craig.
Well, I was just gonna say that here's your truth. And I talked to people in Discord on this. It's my Discord. They said they believe that Sony is trying to divide the community into haves and have-nots, and that everybody wants the same thing, but not everybody can afford it because of the economy. Now, I watch CES every year, and LG does not care that their new TVs, are going to cost $2,200.
Yeah.
Either you can afford it or you can't.
But here's the thing. This, for example, Apple, they have iPads, right? They got the iPad Air. It's the cheapest model, but then they got the iPad Pro, which is the most expensive model. Don't tell me the guys who bought the iPad Air is crying and screaming that the iPad Pro is too expensive. No, you have an option. You have a PS5. Matter of fact, when the PS5 Pro come out, the PS5 is going to be cheaper. You can go to GameStop and get it used, get a cheaper model. A lot of times, eventually they're going to cut the cost. Things are going to run cheaper and stuff like that. So nobody's forcing you to sell your PS5 or anything like that.
How about that useless fucking Apple VR that was $3,000 that broke and shit?
Well, I own two of them. It's a great device. I haven't had any issues with it, but again, I thoroughly understood that not everybody can afford that. But people who can't afford it shouldn't be. Listen, not everybody can afford a Lamborghini.
Yeah,
a Honda Accord runs just as fine. It'll get you from point to A and point B. I just find out when it comes to PlayStation, it seems to be a problem with everything.
Yeah, well, it's because they believe that Sony is splitting the gaming community. They want haves and have-nots. Even if you trade in, allegedly, if you trade in your PS5 at GameStop for a PS5 Pro, you're going to get $375. Allegedly.
$380. No, I actually saw that today. $385.
Oh, $380. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
So that you pay another $5-10, you can get a brand new digital one with a game, a bundle, So, and it's just so they believe that because of the economy, that the companies are being greedy. And that they're just trying to take. But I remember the video game Grand Theft Auto 5, what Michael told Franklin. He told Franklin, you just go to school and then you can rip people off and it's legal. It's called capitalism. Yeah. So they're in a capitalistic society and they're just figuring out that they don't have the money to participate. Look, I would have loved that Sony TV that I was putting up in that I was having them go get for me when I bought my LG. I just so happened to walk past the LG line, and I said, "Oh, what TV is this?" And he said, "That's the LG B2. It's better than the A line. It's a little bit better than the C2. It's the B2. It's got later technology." I said, "Well, how much is it? $1,500?" He said, "No, it's $999." I said, "Okay, stop. I don't want the Sony TV." Even though that mini it was that mini OLED that they had out, J-Dub. This 48 inch, this beautiful TV. But it was $1,400. I didn't want to have to pay that. No, like you said, I had a gun to my head. So I was able to get I got a Best Buy. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's called Best Buy. But yeah, again, so look at the beginning, splitting of the gaming community. Sony wants have and have nots. You can go back to the PS4 Pro when Next Gen was reporting on the PS4 Pro, you had people going on to his show saying they're splitting the community. They're splitting the community. Why are they doing this? But that's the way technology moves. It'd be great. I'm sure the Navy could have kept the A4, Saber. They could have kept the A6 Intruder, but they developed the F-14, which led them to developing the F-35, which then they developed the F-18. So yeah, that's the way our technology works. So why are they? That's why. And J-Dub, I'm sure you've seen him. So other guests here too. Why do we need this? That's what they're saying. You don't need this. Break that down. I can't afford it, so nobody needs it. That's what they're saying. That's exactly what they're saying, bro.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, because I was saying, who needs a 4090 when you're playing Banana? Banana.
Yep.
Who needs a 4090 for that?
Or Hades, or you know what I mean?
Well, you make a great point, Craig.
Uh-huh.
The new fifth generation of 5 series, 5000 series of NVIDIA graphics cards are allegedly about to come out at the end of the year. Why aren't the guys who own the 4090s and the 3090s? Why aren't they complaining?
Yep.
I agree, because it's still a 90. The best looking game on PC is Star Citizen. It's the best looking game you can ever play on PC. That company, but what, $900 million? Of course it's going to be. These guys aren't even playing it. They're not even trying to play. We're going to play Cyberpunk. Okay, allegedly, coming from, shout out to Hip Hop Gamer. I want to give credit where credit is due. He said Cyberpunk on the Pro, PS5 Pro, will be 4K, 60 frames per second, full ray tracing. Yeah, I believe that's what the man said. So he said that's one of the games that's getting the Trinity pack. So and he put that on his Twitter page. I'm not telling you like a secret. So there's no reason that's what I just described to you. The 3090 has trouble doing. The 3090, maybe not the 4670 or whatever, but the 3000 line would have trouble doing it. That's why the game suffered so bad on console, because the consoles couldn't run it. It wasn't designed for them. But so again, just remember for everybody in the chat, when you see people saying we don't need this, they're saying I can't afford it, so nobody should go get it. Yeah. And, we've been talking about it on 60 frames no lag, J-Dub. What did I say? Have $700 ready, and people scream. I mean, they tried to tar and feather the Messiah. I was being hunted down. Well, and sure enough, here we are, and people are saying, yeah, $600, $649, yeah, $700. Have it ready.
Here's the thing, Craig. Y'all know over on 60 frame no lag, we got my brother M, and we got my brother Porter Rock. They had a great. They had their position is the more expensive the console is going to be, the better of the performance is going to be, because that means that the more tech that they can put in there, the more worthwhile. But if they gave it to you for the same price, then that means that you're getting very little out of it. I want to Keithius LG in the house. Thank you for becoming a subscriber. I really appreciate it. Thanks for supporting your boy. I appreciate it. I'm going to try to keep some more videos coming. I know it's few and far in between. We got my brother Persona in the house. What's good, my brother? Salute to you for coming out, showing love. Listen, so they do make a valid point, right? The more expensive a console is, generally the more tech that's in there that's causing that to be expensive. So I see the opposite side of that, Craig. I see people gonna complain if it's $700-800, but then if they come out and say it's $499, $599, I can see people still complaining. Oh man, it's gonna be trash. It's gonna be weak. It's like you can't. It's like with some of these gamers, there is no winning. There is no winning. You can give them. You can give them a free game, part of PlayStation Plus. They're gonna complain. Oh, it's gonna be trash because it's free, right? I've seen that. I've seen that be the case. I've seen gamers say, well, all of these other, these consoles should have been cheaper by now, and it's just too expensive. They're raising prices on controllers. They're raising prices here and there, and they don't want to hear the excuses. They don't care why, right? They just want something to be angry with. And a lot of these guys, salute to my brother Persona. Some of these people complaining. Matter of fact, a bulk of them are the ones that aren't out here buying these and supporting these games. So if you can cry and scream, "Oh, this is too expensive," or "This is too cheap," or whatever your excuses is, but you don't buy the games anyway, even when it was free part of your service, included in your service, then
they can't afford it. That's why.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. I mean, you're right when you said at the beginning, the opening, when you said nobody is forcing anybody to go get anything. No, I keep on waiting. And shout out to Persona, him and J-Dub went out and bought that OLED monitor. I don't know if you all seen those things. Just fantastic looking pictures are getting out of them. They paid for that. You got to pay the cost to be the boss.
Yeah, that shit ran me $13.99, man.
Yeah, that shit's expensive. So it's not supposed to be for everybody.
Yeah.
My monitor isn't as nice as that, but I get a good picture. But they have OLEDs, right?
Yeah.
And so they're going to get better pictures. Shout out to them for going out. They broke again. I love celebrating black men that are successful. So shout out to those two brothers, right? But at the end of the day, these guys are broke. Yeah. So, and your people in the chat now, there's no way Cyberpunk's going to do 4K 60 ray tracing. It's already doing dynamic 4K 60 with I believe with some ray tracing. Spider-Man, one of the modes is 4K 60 with ray tracing. Now it's not native. Nobody said it. I said 4K. I didn't say it was going to be native 4K. This is my understanding of it from Hip Hop Gamer. But you all can just reach out to him, and he may be able to clarify it. And I don't want to misrepresent what he said, but he did. It's on his own Twitter handle. Just go to it, find it. It's there. But we'll have to wait and see. If you want to say to me, I'd rather wait and see. I think that's fair as well. But you got people who are broke and they can't, and they're going to be seeing things that they want and they can't get. It's already, it's not right. It's not fair, all that kind of stuff, and it's just unfortunate that, and the economy is crappy. I mean, I know. I just went to the grocery store Saturday and about literally went down to one knee. And I was like, good grief, but so it's unfortunate that they are saying it, but they're broke. They're broke. So anytime you hear somebody say, do we need it? No, you don't need it, but it's still going to come out anyway. Still coming out anyway. Okay,
I've never understood that. You know what I mean? Like, I've never had a bunch of money. I've never been crazy wealthy, but I've never been that way. If I'd always just save up if I wanted something like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's just fucking, this is being hating motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
That's everybody does that. Don't feel bad. We all see something. It's like, I don't like the other day, I went to the grocery store to get some bubble gum and I didn't have my wallet. The bubble gum was only 99 cents. Guess what? It was too expensive because I didn't have 99 cents on me. Why? Because I left my wallet at home. So I came back home, got my wallet, and got my bubble gum. But so that's just to add on what you were saying, J-Dub. Something can be $5. If you only have $4.50, you don't have the money to get it. You don't. Not if you're paying in cash. So that's what this is coming down to, man. It's just you got a bunch of people who are broke and they want the same thing. And and guess what? I may have the money to get it, but if it goes online and I'm at work and I'm seeing a patient, I'm not going to be able to say, well, hold on, I don't want to hear about your symptoms anymore. I need to get on PlayStation Direct. Give me a minute or two to see if I can get this. That's not going to work. That's not going to work for me. And I may not be able to get it if I had the money. So it is what it is.
It's just a crazy narrative. I just think, and I'm not, I'm not going to complain about it because at the end of the day, hey, buy what you want.
Yes,
and let that be that. But it's just this thing when it comes to PlayStation. Everything has to be free, but when it comes to everybody else, they can charge exuberant amount of money. Like a lot of people I'm seeing complaining are like PC guys, and it's like you'll go out every year every 2 years and spend $2,000, $1,500, $1,000 on just a GPU, not a new computer, but just a GPU alone, and there's no complaints there, and you do it religiously. Every new GPU that comes out, motherfuckers out there running and getting it. But when it comes to these consoles, right? Oh, it's a complaint. Oh, well, you know, that's 500 is a lot of money. 600 is a lot of money. And who's asking for this? And it's all these excuses. Who's asking for it? Like, I'm asking for it. Give me a fucking... I mean, when you see these Digital Foundry videos and all you see the complaints is, oh, these consoles they're weak and this and that and Wukong. It's, you know, people have all these complaints. All these complaints, knowing they only spent $300 on a goddamn console. Why are you complaining when you only spend $300 to $400, $500 on the console? Now, I will complain if I spend $2,000 just for a GPU and my shit running like dog shit. Yes, I will complain then. But at least you know what to expect when you spend a $300, you know, $249 or whatever for a Series S. I don't even complain about the Series S, right? Like, you get what you pay for. I'm a firm believer in that. The console is still the only way that you can play high-end gaming with all the features, the next generation features and stuff like that, for the cost. And at the end of the day, that's just really what it is. And nobody want to be fucking hunched over a goddamn desk all goddamn day. So stop telling people to go out and buy a PC. If they wanted to buy a PC, they probably would own one by now. Most people are console gamers, like at least the people in the console space. You're trying to sell them a 4090 PC. They don't want that. Trust me, they do not want that.
Because there's no major difference between that and the 39.
But that's what I'm saying.
Based on what is out there, not yet.
Listen. And I'm not gonna blame Digital Foundry, but Digital Foundry, they play a big role in this because nothing makes my blood boil more than some guy saying, well, I was going to pick this game up, but I watched Digital Foundry, and I'm just going to wait and this and that. You needed these white dudes, to tell you what game you're interested in and when to buy it. Those are PC guys. They're PC guys. They're not console guys. They don't game on consoles, right? They test this shit out. They zoom in 800, 400%, and they tell you what pixel and that and this. They shit on the console upscaling, and they just love the PC upscaling, which is fine. But at what cost? How much did it cost you to get the DLS upscaling on the PC to be able to do that?
And then are the games taking advantage of it? Also, a Digital Foundry, they neither Sony nor Microsoft came out and said everything going forward is going to be this. They really never said that. Mark Cerny, at least in his road to PS5, he said we need to see what the developers do with this. Yeah. Now you have more 60 FPS games at this moment in time than you've ever had. That's just the reality. Even back with PS1 and PS2 when everything was almost 60 frames per second, or at least it was higher than 30. But that's the whole thing, and I just think a lot of things got lost in the gray because I said before I said, look, 1440p is not going anywhere. Checkerboard is not going anywhere. 30 FPS is not going anywhere because these games are already in the pipeline. And the developers like 1440p. The only reason I know that is a friend of mine's son works for Industrial Lights and Magic, and they use a lot of the same. There's some cross technology there, and he's like, no, these guys, they want 1440p 60
because it's a perfect midway point that they can work easily up and
And keep in mind, guys, just I have my desktop has a 4090 in it, an i9 14900K. And my gaming laptop, which is a Dell Alienware 14, it's the same configuration, 14900K with the RTX 4090. So I'm not lacking anywhere, but it's so stupid given how much I pay for these things for me to compare them to my goddamn $399 PS5 digital. That's what I'm
It's
saying.
almost 10 times as much.
That's what I'm saying. That's my whole purpose. I'm not saying one is better than the other. That's not even the argument. I would hope my Lamborghini, right, would be better than my Ford Raptor.
Yeah.
I would hope, right, in given certain scenarios, I would hope. But at the end of the day, it's a stupid argument to even have. The bulk of us are console gamers. We've been playing games since the Atari 2600, and some of us even before with Coleco and television and stuff like that, right? So I may be showing my age, but I'm just saying. We're just console gamers, and we want consoles to be there, and we'll be there for the consoles. But to sit here with a bunch of guys, and this is, I'm not knocking Digital Foundry for what they do. I think they do a great job with the analyzing the stuff. But at the same time, there's a lot of gamers that wait before they support these games. They wait for Digital Foundry's thumb up or thumb down. And they don't have high-end PCs. They'll literally skip games because Digital Foundry said the upscaling of this, or the frame, it's dropping 3 frames here. It's like, if you didn't know what this frame rate with this game was, if you didn't know the resolution of this game, right, and you just played it as a playtest, a blind playtest, you wouldn't even know, right? You wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miles Morales is one of the best looking games I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Just top to bottom, and I'm not here to say you gotta like the game, but it's still not gonna take away from the way the game is. And then Spider-Man 2, which is optimized with a PlayStation 5, it's one of the better looking games. Well, it should be. They paid over $320 million to get the game made, right?
Yeah.
So it should be that looking like that.
But Craig, if you have a high-end PC, why are you even playing on console anyway?
Well, see, that's why I think the PC community wants PlayStation, or wanted PlayStation to go day and date, because there's really nothing there. Like I said, you have DCS Flight Sim, you have Microsoft Flight Sim, and then you have Star Citizen. At least they're taking full advantage of all the graphical prowess. X-Plane, and these guys don't play it. They playing XCOM and Banana, which, I mean, play what you want, but I don't understand, one, why they're comparing a NVIDIA card to an AMD kit. And we do, and I'm of the mindset of, I like to see what Sony's upscaling is going to do. It's supposed to be, the rumor is what? It's a little bit better than FSR, not as good as DLSS. Okay, well,
let's say it's better. Let's say it's better than DLS. Listen, if that pisser technology is better than DLS, dudes are still going to find a way to complain. They're still going to find a way to downplay it. They're going to downplay it. They're going to downplay it. They've been downplaying shit because think about it. It's hard to tell a guy who spent $3,500 on his PC that there's some technology in a console, just same way they did with the SSD. Remember the SSD was faster than anything that was out on the PC at the time?
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Dudes found a way to. You had Linus Tech Tips out there. He created a RAID, right? A SSD RAID with a bunch of drives because for whatever reason, I don't understand this. Again, I have high-end gaming PC and a gaming laptop, same configuration, and yet I am not insecure about. I'm not insecure about any of it. When I spend my money, right, for those items, that's to know that I'm going to play my games at the highest settings I possibly can and not have to feel some type of way. But
no compromise.
Dudes still feel some type of way when PlayStation or somebody, or Xbox, whoever, Nintendo, can, like, why are you even in this conversation? This is the console war. This is not the PC war. Now, I get it if they're just bored because they tired of playing Dota and CSGO and World of Warcraft, but I'm going to be honest, most of those guys don't even play that. Because, Craig, on my PC, I only play PC-only games, right?
Yeah.
You know the type of game. You and I, we be playing, DCS, we be playing Escape from Tarkov, we be playing a bunch of games that are only on the PC.
On PC.
Not just to play You know, because a lot of these, let's face it, a lot of the PC dudes are just former Xbox dudes. They're disgruntled Xbox dudes. They got tired of us poking fun at them, so they went and bought them a PC, and now they claim PC master race. But all they do is play the console ports, right? All their games they play, they're just console ports. They don't play PC only games. They don't play games that were designed specifically for PC. They just try to play, you know, oh, I got God of War on PC now. Now I'm play it at higher resolution, higher frame. Again, that's the little man syndrome.
Yeah.
I find it crazy, all this Black Myth Wukong with them going at how it's optimized for PS5. And it's like, well, this is their first like AAA game. They always did mobile games and shit. And you know what I mean? That game runs great on the PS. Okay, what about Starfield and all these fucking other, like, you're gonna go at that, but not say a word about Starfield that's still all fucked up. Like, you know what I mean? And always will be because of that engine. There's just bugs that'll always be there and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they just like they just did the update for Fallout, the next gen update, it fucking broke the game.
Yeah.
The fucking London crew, they had to backdate that so they could get their mod out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't know it broke the game.
But here right now, right? There's the potential game of the year so far. The highest rated game is this generation. Astrobot is playing on the screen right now. It's not on PC. GTA 6 won't be on PC for about 2 years.
Yeah.
And it runs great.
So sometimes, guys, it's like, especially day one, PC is just not that place because they don't offer everything there. And I know guys are hoping and praying that one day that becomes the case. But until then, even then, money is still gonna. If you fucking complain about a $600-700 PS5 Pro, it's a wrap for thinking about going to PC.
And the PC, yeah.
Because even if you spend $1,000, $1,500, right, you're still not gonna be playing fucking Black Myth Wukong at ultra settings.
A 4070 costs $700.
Exactly.
A 4070.
Exactly.
More than the PS5.
Exactly.
So nobody's gonna do that. No way. And all that driver shit and all the updates and no way.
Yeah. And again, the console is great for the simplicity. It's just it's a closed box. You plug it in and you just play. You don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to worry about fucking getting being a hunchback of Notre Dame, hunching over your desk, right? It is what it is. But again, I'm not trying to. This is not a PC versus console thing. This is the gamer's way of thinking versus how a gamer probably should think. It's like, listen, this is the cost for performance. I can get by on knowing that not every game is 4K. That knowing a lot of times it's scaling. Knowing a lot of times the frames aren't 120 frames, 140, 240, 480, hertz. I'm okay with that. And now you're gonna have, like Craig say, a console that does a little bit more. Why the insecurity? I don't understand. Why are you crying and complaining and damage controlling already? You ain't even seen this shit. You already damage controlling. It's too expensive. It's not gonna be powerful enough. You can get a PC. Blah 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 blah.
Broke bitches.
Yeah, it's like misery. It's like misery loves company. Listen, this is for console gamers. This is another option for console gamers to get a little bit more performance. Now, we know that most PC gamers don't have anything that comes close to those specs. To even the regular PS5. Most people have that Intel integrated graphics, right? They don't have 3090 Ti's and 4090s. They just don't. I know a lot of dudes like to say, oh, blah, 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 blah. Get out of here. Steam has the stats. They already ratted you out.
Yeah.
Most of y'all playing on a fucking potato.
Or just say, show us a picture of it.
Yeah, when you
Set
yeah,
them up real.
I asked for them. Listen, I'm quick to ask for them DX diags. Hand me your the DX diags. Let me see the specs of your PC.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm so I mean when I figured that out, I was just like, well, they obviously there's people who feel threatened by it. And so what you're gonna hear tomorrow is even though Sony has come out and said that there's going to be no games shown, you're gonna hear people saying well, they didn't show any games. You're gonna have people saying they didn't show us when it was gonna come out. They didn't tell us when we could pre-order. So they're always
Or price or whatever.
yeah, price. And you know, that's why I said on my podcast this evening, it's not Mark Cerny's job to do those things. He's a tech guy. So it is now if Herman Holtz was hosting, I'd be like, all right, yeah, well, Herman is in charge of PlayStation, you know, SIE. He should be talking about games and things like that. So but and Mark Cerny, when he unveiled the PS4 in New York, I don't think they showed games. They were just talking about checkerboarding and what it could do and things like that. So it's just it's unfortunate you're gonna have people tomorrow complaining. Like you said, J-Dub, you know, they were upset at the first one on PS4 Pro. Now this one is too short. And it's like, okay, we're just gonna get right to the point. Talk about the tech, talk about how it's gonna be implemented. And, you know, and it would be great to see something, but he may say you'll see some things later on this month.
At Tokyo Game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do want to say this. Here's the thing, right? I think for majority of the gamers, whether they admit it or not, most of them own a PS5 or Xbox or a Nintendo Switch, right? Outside of just PCs. So you got that to take into account. But I just can't fathom a guy sitting there with a 4090 PC, but he has to sit there and watch everybody have fun in GTA 6 for 2 years just because he wants to hold the line and feel some type of way. You see what I'm saying? My brother Blaze, what's good, brother? Sony, baby. Hey, I want to give a special shout out to my brother Blaze, man. He the other day was his birthday. Salute to him. I hope it was his best one
Happy
yet. Right in time, you know, I call Mark Cerny and I say, hey, Mark, you know, Blaze's birthday coming up, brother. You got to do something special for him, man. And here we go today, Blaze. He said, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the PS5 Pro, brother. So that was for you. Yeah,
Now,
so yeah, I can't fathom me not playing GTA 6 day one.
Yeah,
saying that I have to wait 2 years. You know how crazy that is? Seeing everybody, like all the not only just spoilers,
We'll
but
be in the new
everybody-
gen by then.
Yeah, PS6 will be out by the time that happens.
I mean, especially if Sony. I mean, I'm hearing Sony's actually helping them develop it. So
That doesn't shock me. We know Sony's gonna probably be doing the marketing.
they're sending
Sony's probably gonna be doing the marketing. They're probably gonna be a PS5 Pro bundle. Sony's gonna go all out. It's probably gonna spend $100 million to market this thing, and it's gonna be holiday season too. They're gonna sell a shit. Sony will probably hit that 100 million mark by then. They'll probably be at the 100 million mark. Isn't that crazy? They're already at 60 something in 3.5 years. They already sold 60 some consoles.
I mean, it's amazing.
So they'll probably be at 75 by the end of this year. They'll probably be at 75 million consoles sold. So yeah, by the time next holiday season, add another, because Sony averaged 20 million PS5s a year on average. So if that trend goes, like I said, yeah, they're gonna be up there.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's unfortunate because to me it's a celebration of possibly new technology. People can look at it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay at that point, I think, to speculate what you can get, but at least Cerny will get you into the ballpark. So when Mark Cerny unveiled the PS5, he was like, he said, well, he did that article that came out years ago, and he said they were surprised at how much ray tracing that the developers were wanting to do. So
Hey,
I thought, okay, well, they're going to make
yeah.
a console capable of doing that.
Hey, we got my brother One Numeal in the chat. He said PC dudes will wait 2 to 3 years just to gain a few pixel and frames. LOL.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, man. That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. I've never seen anything like it. Maybe that's why I keep my circle small, but that shit crazy, man.
I don't get it. But I'm gonna jump off here. It's 9:45.
All right, Craig. I appreciate it, man. I know you got to jump off, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming and rocking out with me.
Yeah, shout out to you in the chat, man. We'll see you tomorrow. 60 frames, no lag. I'm sure whatever happens, we're gonna be talking about it.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Hey Blaze, while you here, man. Hey, listen, if you want to come say a few things, check your Discord. I just sent you an invite, brother. I'll also send it to you in your DM on Twitter. If you just want to come and bless the chat, tell them a little bit what you think about the PS5 Pro and stuff like that. Just want to get some of your words, brother.
I want to see this PSSR shit tech. That's what I want to see.
Yeah. If that upscaling works, I mean, it's Mark Cerny, so I don't have any doubt that it doesn't work. But if it works and it works well and it does better than the FSR and Sony starts using it exclusively, hey man, that's you're freeing up a lot of performance.
Yep.
You know, it has dedicated hardware for it. Then hey, you know, I'm gonna be honest. I've been happy with my PS5. It's been giving me a lot of games.
Oh yeah.
You know, I'm okay with my compromises that I have. There we go. My brother like no other. Blaze 4K in the house. What's good, my brother?
Yo, so
Hey,
I already got your Discord, man.
Yeah,
Like,
I know. I just in case.
That's just like a quick invite to the thing, but I
Yeah.
appreciate the love, bro.
Yeah,
Thanks for all the
definitely,
birthday
man.
wishes, bro.
No, absolutely,
You're the man,
brother.
bro.
Absolutely, man. I know it was your birthday. Listen, I
You
had
always
it,
have my back, bro. You
always,
do.
brother. I had it. Listen, I woke up that morning. I seen in my calendar. First thing I do when I wake up in the morning, I look at the calendar, and your birthday was in the calendar. I said, "Oh man, let me text this fool because I know he's still asleep. I'm gonna text him, tell him happy birthday, and you know what I'm saying." But
That's
hopefully
crazy. You got that calendar, bro. That's
yeah,
cool.
man, it's cool, man. Like you know, for the people.
I gotta
who
get
are
on your
birthdays.
level. That's organized.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Hey man, business stuff, man. Secretary be on it.
You ain't lying.
I
Hey,
can't-
look, isn't it a beautiful thing though to get that tweet today? Like, man,
Yeah.
it's a beautiful thing.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I've been let down so much in the past with those fake tweets that go out, and I you know, I be ready. I be Mr. Twitter finger ready to post it out. Like my heart started thumping. I said, "Man, this shit fake. Let me go to Sony's real Twitter and see."
They got me
And
one
I
of them times with that fake bullshit.
Yeah, and I saw it. I was like, "Oh shit, dude!" I was still in the bed when I saw it, and I was like, "Oh shit, this shit is real." And I said, those insiders were spot on, man. They said the week that it would come, and if they continue to be right, next week is Sony State of Play when they're going to show off the games for the PS5 Pro. So I think tomorrow,
And then the week after is Tokyo Game Show.
the week after is Tokyo Game Show. Is the PlayStation's 30th anniversary.
Hey, you wanna hear
Kojima's
something
going to be
crazy?
there. Ken Kutaragi is going to be. Go ahead.
Yo, 8 years ago,
Uh-huh.
Mark Cerny unveiled the PS4 Pro, September 7th, 2016. So they're not too far. They're
Yeah,
a few days
they
apart.
right there. Yeah.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah, listen. I'm telling you, man, listen. It's that time, Blaze, it's that time. And I know dude's been impatient. I know dude's been wanting it, but they finna unleash the Kraken, man. They finna show their hands. Cause think about it. The reason why I honestly feel the reason why they didn't feel compelled to show their hands is because they have no competition right now. The competition is is out. Is over. I mean, Xbox and bowed out, right? They bowed out. They're putting their games on PlayStation. They totally don't want to compete anymore. So I think that let Sony say, well, we can just take our time with this and we can do X, Y, and Z. But if Xbox was on it, if they were just on the ball with their shit, Sony would have to fight them fire for fire. But because they're not, you know, at least that's what I think.
No, you're 100% correct. And the people that think that, you know, I don't understand. Like, a lot of people that say the PS5 Pro is not a big deal, it's not necessary, they clearly didn't own a PS4 Pro.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, dude, the first game I booted up was Uncharted 4.
Yes.
And bro, the PS4 Pro made a huge dog.
Blaze, I don't understand it, brother. Here's the thing. There's a lot of people that say the PS4 Pro did make a big difference. But I'm gonna be honest, those guys were still gaming on 1080p TVs. Those guys still, you know, I had you, Blaze, you and I, we had a 4K TV the first day 4K TVs were announced. Right. So we always have stuff way ahead of time. Like, I went out and bought the monitor and shit specifically for the PS5 Pro in anticipation of when it came. And I did the same thing with the PS5. I brought the 8K TV in there for that because they said that, you know, and yeah, sometimes you take that comes with tech though. Sometimes you take L's with tech because you trying to be on the forefront. Sometimes things change.
We're the guinea pig.
We are the guinea pig. Like, there's some people who bought an original Steam Deck, right? And then the OLED Steam Deck came out, and then the ROG Ally and all these other. Then they're like, "Fuck, I should have just waited." Cause you know,
I bought them all too. And one of my boys, I'm not gonna say they're a YouTuber. Oh man, other than Infamous, I don't really see a difference. And for like 3 months, we're going back and forth. I'm like, bro, you're fucking crazy. Come to find out, I was like, what kind of TV you got? Just out of curiosity. He's like, you know, something Bravia. 1080p. I said 1080p. I said, no wonder why you don't see a fucking difference, dog.
Exactly.
Like, Blaze, I couldn't believe this shit, dude.
Blaze, I had to be. I'm reminded all the time by Z, by Next Gen 720. He reminds me all the time, bro. And it's you know, God has blessed us, but not everybody goes out and buy the latest and greatest shit all the time. Some people just they're not tech guys. They don't know. They motherfuckers still got the old fatback TV. You know what I'm saying? Because to them, I remember I used to get angry at my wife. I'd go out and buy a brand new TV, expensive, and just OLED or whatever the latest one. And I walk in, I say, "Hey, look, don't that look good? That look good." She'd be like, it looks the same like the last one. And I get all mad and shit, like, man, go check your eyes. But it's because I know what to look for. Like, I'm looking at the saturated colors. She's not a tech person. She don't. And I can't force her to see something. You know, my eyes are different.
Yeah,
she just sees a video game. She don't know the difference between fucking Pac-Man and God of War. You know, and there's a lot of people like that. They just are. If you're not in this small circle, this small club of always having the latest and greatest tech. Some people, and not everybody has a 4K TV. Not everybody has an 8K TV or OLED or whatever. It is. So when they say, oh, half of PlayStation gamers on PS4, I'm like, okay. But there's also fucking majority of the globe don't have a fucking 4K TV. Right. So if you use that logic, right? If you lose that logic, it just kind of makes sense. We're only in this generation 3.5 years, going on 4 years. Did you expect everyone overnight within 3 years to just jump over on PS5? Like, when had that ever happened in history?
That's actually a pretty fast adoption rate. You know what I mean?
It is. Like, fucking Herman Hulse said it. They specifically said that the PS5 in 3 years has outdone every single generation they've ever had in 3 fucking years. But dudes want to complain and cry. And like, I don't understand it. But that's why, again, shout out to Persona. It took me a while to learn this, man. But gatekeep. Keep your circle small, man. Don't invite the kookiness into your world, man, because it's a lot of goofy shit out there. Half the people didn't think the PS5 Pro was real. They thought it was fake.
Right.
Boomstick and shit.
Yeah, boom. You know, shout out to them. I'm not knocking them, but that shit was just funny.
A lot of them were saying we don't need a mid-gen refresh. It's like, bro, speak for yourself.
Yeah,
like
listen.
I want it. Like, this is exciting for me. New hardware is exciting. These dudes can spin it any way they want to spin it. New hardware is always exciting. It don't matter if it's an accessory or a VR helmet. It's exciting. It gets people excited, bro. And not only, what's great about this is, like, hopefully Sony, you know, goes back at these, you know, games that maybe like a Returnal, you know what I mean, does some work to that, upskills it, you know what I mean, they put a little pressure on the developers.
Yeah, I think by default, and this is what I think, right? Now, this is what I think. I think because Sony knows that obviously you can't force third-party developers to take full advantage of anything. They're going to do the least that's required. We know that. But I do think that Mark Cerny is probably created something where it takes very little input or no input at all to see some benefit. Of course, the developers who spend time to cater to the game, of course, they're going to see even bigger benefits, right?
Yeah.
But just by doing nothing, the clocks, right? The faster CPU and the faster memory and the faster SSD and the faster GPU, just off general, should run your games better without you doing any optimizations. Now, if you decide to optimize for some of these things, obviously you're gonna see bigger boosts. That's what I think.
You're saying like a automatic boost mode.
Yes, automatically boost, exactly. So it'll be a PS5 Pro boost mode. Don't forget, I think it was a year ago when Sony put out a mandate that games after like a certain point had to be Pro enhanced.
Right.
I think
Let's hope they do the same thing.
Yeah, I think Jason Schreier and them said that with the this was a year ago when they had the patents and for all this stuff. They put out they sent out NDAs and stuff to developers saying that every game after this particular date had to have a Pro enhanced. So that means every game that was made after last year's game, all these games from last year going forward, had to be Pro enhanced. So I think day one we're going to see a bunch of games that just fully take advantage of them. That includes
and remember
in resolution.
we got to remember Cerny too. Remember his first talk of him saying, you got to make it as easy as possible for the devs.
Yep.
So that's why it'll probably be just a one button flick, and you can get instant benefits of higher frame rates and all that stuff, and basic like ray tracing stuff just baked in on that level, so that just minimal effort for them to get
everybody knows first party is gonna do their their job when it comes to this. You know what I mean? Whether that's a res boost, whether that's getting some extra frames. You know, people are forgetting about PSVR is another important factor for a mid-gen refresh. I just think people are fucking, excuse my language. I just think people are hating, bro. You know, they got nothing going on, you know what I mean? Whether they're on their Xbox or they're stuck on PC and there's no GPU release yet, the 5090 hasn't. They're just mad about something. I just like, let people enjoy what they want to enjoy, bro. And everybody's excited for a PS5 Pro, bro. Everybody wants more. Listen, if you're a guy that says, you know what, I'm cool on my PS5, so be it. But for the enthusiasts that wanna, you know what I mean, increase their gaming shit, like, let them do it. Like, the PS4 Pro, I can't stress it enough, bro, was like the biggest. Like, I had a 4K TV and I thought shit looked good, like games look good, but I had no idea what a difference it really made, bro.
It did. I think, Blaze, here's the thing. Before I say, hey, Lewis H, hey man, what is your Discord name? What's your name on Discord? Or if you're on Twitter, DM me on Twitter and I'll send you the link so you can jump in here. But Blaze, I will say this, man. The PS4 Pro technically was really for the VR. it really enhanced the VR. It really took advantage, and that's what it was mostly there for. But it was also there for people who had adopted 4K TVs. It could scale your games perfectly. It made a big difference. There was no way in the world I could go back to a PS4 Slim after being on my Pro.
No way.
It was just no way. But I will say this. There are your haters, and I'm not mad at the haters, and I'm gonna tell you why. When you're number one, when you're on top, there's nowhere else to go. So the people, I mean, you know, it is what it is. You're always gonna get your haters. But the discourse that I'm seeing now, Blaze, it's not even like really Xbox guys. We know they're gonna hate, right? They don't have a mid-gen refresh outside that goddamn Amazon Fire Stick. But a lot of hate that I'm seeing, bro, is coming from the PC guys. Now, Blaze, you got a high-end PC just like I do, right? We know we play together. Pause.
Yeah.
But why do you feel that some PC guys are so insecure about their PC where they have to hate on a console? We know a high-end dependent, right? Most people got shitty PCs. Let's face it. But for these guys that got 4090s and 4080s and the high end, whatever, why do they have to be insecure? Why should they even be in this conversation? You know, we got these things, so we don't have to feel insecure. If a game run like shit on the PS5 or don't run the way we want it, we'll just get the shit on PC and keep moving. We're not fucking finna sit there and hate and cry.
Simple.
Exactly, it's simple. Guess what? GTA 6 is coming on consoles and not on PC for a couple of years. We're gonna be playing GTA. We're not gonna sit there and not be part of the conversation and not fucking play this game. But there's just so many people are hating on the PS5 Pro. Oh, it's gonna be so expensive. You can just get a PC. Oh, it's not more powerful than my PC and blah 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 blah.
These guys don't understand that people don't want I've realized this, bro, because I'm like, I used to tell people about this, hey, yo, chill, bro, don't be scared, man. Get a PC, go to Best Buy. They gotta, bro. Some people they don't give a shit, bro. They want to go home. They want to grab their controller and not worry about none of this shit, bro. They just want to play their game. And listen, if the PS5 Pro is the best console on the market, which it will be, and that's what people like. Let them enjoy their shit, bro. I know people in my Discord like oh, Blaze, you really buying that? You don't need that. I'm like, I fucking damn sure fucking need that. Like, what are you talking? Like, yo, listen, I don't care. You got a 3090, 40. I don't care what you have, bro. Like, but don't tell me I'm not gonna upgrade my console experience on my favorite platform.
Exactly.
Like, just listen, bro. When you ain't got no games coming out on your platform, when you're not part of the conversation, you have to inject yourself into the conversation. That's what it is, bro. They have, you know what I mean? Like, bro, like for real. Like, I'm gonna be real. On Steam, I'm on my PC. I'm playing Warhammer, but like, what is there really going? Like, bro, these PC guys need console gamers to continue their narratives, to continue making their videos, to continue doing whatever the fuck they want to do. I'm telling you, bro, it's just they need to inject themselves into our world. Like, let people enjoy their shit, bro. Some dudes don't want a PC. They want to sit on their flat. Oh, you can plug in an HDMI to your... Okay, cool. I still want to play on my PlayStation.
Facts. Nobody want to be the Hunchback of Notre Dame all day on the fucking PC. Like, it's okay, man. Listen, this is how I describe it, Blaze. Right? When it's time for me to play on my PC, I'll play on my PC. Other than that, I want to be on my couch. I want to be on my lazy boy. I want to be in my zero gravity chair, damn near upside down, pause. I want to be laying in my bed playing it on the Portal. Like, it's just so many ways I want to game. I'm at work. If I'm at work, right, I'm at my desk, hunched over on my fucking laptop. Like, nobody wants to be on a fucking PC all day. That's just my thing. But at the same time,
especially if you do that for work on top
exactly.
of it,
Like, bruh, like, listen, I get it. There is so many advantages of having a PC, but GTA 6 and PlayStation exclusives is not one of them. So until that happens, y'all can kiss my ass.
Oh, we got PlayStation games. Listen, you're getting games.
You can
2 years later.
5-year-old leftovers. Yeah, you You literally sat there and waited what 4 or 5 years for Ghost of Tsushima?
J-Dub,
Bro,
I'm gonna tell you what it is. Me and you go out to eat.
Yes.
We eating, we having pizza, we having all this shit, we having a drink. We get up, J-Dub pays for the bill, obviously, and we get up, and here comes a PC guy, sit down and start. You ever see the videos of the homeless person that comes?
Yeah, it comes.
You know what I mean? It's like, yo, that's what it's like, yo. It's like, yo, I'm not Grand Theft Auto. They can spin it anyway. Oh, I'll wait 2 years. Oh, I'll have the better experience in 2 years, bro. I can fucking die tomorrow. 2 years.
Exactly.
2 years. 2 years.
Blaze, some fucker.
Yeah, out of your mind.
Some poor sap, some poor PC gamer has aged 10 fucking years waiting for these goddamn old ass PlayStation ports. Dude, this motherfucker is 40. When he built this PC, he was 30. He is now 40 years old before he got to play fucking God of War. Do you know how crazy that is?
It is crazy.
That's fucking crazy.
And they're gonna spin it like, oh, yeah, I'm patient. I can play other shit. It's like, bro, listen, when the industry's putting out the very best, whether that's Grand Theft Auto, whether that's the God of Wars, you guys can spin it, call it movie games, call it whatever you want, call it Game of the Year contenders. Why don't you call it that? Why don't you call it next gen visuals? Call it whatever you like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They always want to spin this shit, but at the end of the day, the consoles are the ones moving the needles in terms of new releases, new games, exclusives, all that shit. And they can spin it and act like they don't want to play it, or maybe they legit are that soured and they just want to play these bullshit top-down games all day. I don't know.
They're early access games, the ones that
little
take
early access games,
3-4 years to fucking get a complete game. Like,
yeah, the ones that might not even, we can't even connect game.
Yeah.
Like, listen, like you said, PC is X. I love my PC.
Wait, hold on, Blaze. Wasn't they top selling game, a game called fucking Banana? You see, that's the shit I'm talking about. We sit up here playing fucking Astrobot, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and all kind of fucking shit like that, right? And these motherfuckers playing Banana in the tailpipe. Like, get out of here, man.
They're playing
with your 4090.
You make money off it, and like, bro, I don't give a fuck. You're watching a banana change every 2 hours. Like, stop it. Listen,
you see what I'm saying?
They're just so sorry sometimes, bro.
That's crazy.
Listen, they got valid points sometimes. These PC guys, they'll come with some good hard facts sometimes. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
bro,
what's the alternative?
Nobody's stupid. J-Dub's not stupid. He understands a PC is a PC. It's a whole base. You can do whatever. You can browse the web. You can chill. You can do this, call friends, Discord, whatever you want to do.
Porn,
we get it.
You can do your. Listen, I am streaming right now on a laptop, right? So it's fine. I use this laptop.
You understand
for work and all that, but at the same time, I got two 4090. I got a laptop and a desktop, and I only play my.
Oh yeah, because they criticize you because you can't have a 4090 laptop. Oh, that's not real good. You need a desktop. Like, bro,
I got that too.
That's
I got
pocket
that too.
watching
Now
again.
what? Exactly. I got my desktop. We got 4090, and I got bro. Listen, here's the thing, Blaze, and this is why I get him right. It doesn't matter because I know my shit runs better and is more powerful than theirs. Right, just off the scratch, because most people with the same specs that I have don't give two shits about being in a console war, right? But most of these dudes are former Xbox dudes. They got tired of getting laughed at and poked fun of, so they went and bought them a PC, and so they can claim PC Master Race, and they don't even most of them don't even have the high end shit. These motherfuckers walking around with 4060s and 4070s and fucking AMD 7700 XTs with 67 whatever. They don't even have the highest end shit. Most of them game, the fucking 1080p monitors and shit like that. And let's face it, they're not fucking esports players, right? They're not in tournaments and shit like that, so they can kiss my ass when it comes to all that bullshit. If they're in this space and they're PC guys, most of them are just fucking fanboys that got tired of getting poked fun of for the fucking the tools. The tools never came. That's just literally what it is. We know who you are. We ain't gonna say no names, but we know who they are.
Oh, for sure.
And but if anything, they should celebrate that gaming is advancing to the point where it's okay to buy a PS5 Pro or a PS5 or Xbox Series X and have a great experience. Yeah, you don't have a 300 frames a second, but I'll be honest, right? After you reach about 120, motherfucker, unless you're an esports player.
You know what I'm playing Warhammer at? Maxed out.
What?
4K 60.
4K 60.
That's all I listen.
all
When
you
it comes
need,
to
bro.
single player games,
Yeah.
Now listen, don't get me wrong. The refresh rate does a little bit more, makes things a little bit smoother. If I want to play multiplayer Warhammer, maybe I'll lower some setting. I'll try to optimize. But bro, I'm not a picky guy, man. I just want the best visuals.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I want a decent frame rate, and I'm happy, bro. All this extra shit, it's all a PP measuring shit, bro. It's like
it is. That's all
stop
it is.
Bro. Like,
That's
come on,
all
bro.
it
Like
is.
that's why J-Dub. I feel like J-Dub had a excellent laptop that beats 95% of dudes' PC, but I feel like he almost bought a desktop again because he already owned a desktop before.
Yeah.
But I feel like he got a desktop again just to be like, all right, bro, shut your mouth now. Like, it's just like, it's stupid. It's like, bro, what are we doing here?
Hey, I want to get a
let
special.
people play, bro.
I want to give a special shout out to my brother 108 Dragon. My brother, he said facts. Yeah, man. Listen, I'm telling you, man. These PC dudes, they get in here, right? They get in here and they're trying to one up console, and it's like, dude, you have a fucking PC, right? Just be happy with your PC. Go argue with the AMD guys. Go argue with the NVIDIA guys. This is not the realm you need to be in. It just literally is.
They're way above us.
Listen, like Blaze, like I told him,
class here.
At launch, I spent $399 for my PS5 digital, right? I still have it to this day. That motherfucker still play every single game that I needed to play. It plays my PSVR 2 games. It played my games with ray tracing. My games at 4K, whether it's dynamic through scale or what, it don't matter. It plays, it plays at the 120. I can get to play, my shooters like Call of Duty and all that shit at 120. Like, for $399, I got ray tracing.
Excellent.
I got instant loading. I got 3D audio. The haptic feedback. Whether you own an Xbox Series X or a PS5, you can't build a PC and get that type. You're not getting ray tracing. You're not getting 120 frame. You're not getting the 4K. You're not getting all of the type of shit that you're getting for no goddamn $500, $600, $700. You're just not. It's an option. Then we got Brap.
Keyboard and mouse and your monitor.
Exactly. Shout out to Brap. Got my brother Brap in the house. And then, like he said, according to Steam, you remember, I think it was a couple of years ago, it was a 1060 was the standard graphics card of high-end gaming for all gamers. Now it went up to like a 3060, which is still PS5 and X Series X is still smoking that card. So stop acting like you can just spend $500 and have a better experience. You're not. These closed boxes are optimized. They got the tech in them to make the hardware work with the software so they can squeeze every ounce of energy. Big facts. Big facts. Most PC gamers, the Series S is outdoing most PCs out there. And it's just the truth. It's just the truth.
And a GPU, and this is off NVIDIA's website, the last time I checked was about $350, right?
Yep.
And that's just the GPU, brother.
Yeah,
okay.
And that's the most lowest of the lowest of the lowest end. Just for that, you can buy a whole console for that right now.
Right. That's my whole point. That's just the bro. You know what I mean? Like I said, bro. We get it. We get it. PC's great, bro. But let's not compare a $400 price point and the things you're getting out of that. Like, bro, the PS5, even the Series X and shit. This shit, they're punching above their weight, bro. The optimization you're gonna get on these consoles, you can't. It's unmatched. And at the end of the day, bro, for $400, bro, just all those features you just listed right there is crazy.
Look, this last holiday, the Xbox Series S was $139. Of course, I had to get a couple of them, right? $139. The Series X was $349. The PS5, I think you get it for around $399, something like that, depending if you go to certain places. For that price, what kind of fucking PC you gonna get? Like, get out of here. You couldn't even go to Walmart and get a goddamn the cheapest of the E machine, the old E machine. Y'all remember the old E machines?
Oh, bro,
You couldn't even get old E machines for that. Like, these dudes smoking, man. They smoking, man. I just don't get it. Listen, like I said, there's a lot of these PC dudes are very insecure about this PS5 Pro, and that's this year, right? This year. And whatever Xbox decides to do in 2026, if they decide to do something, those same PC dudes they're gonna be right back at it. Oh, you could just get a PC instead of getting a new Xbox. Like, I just don't get it. If you already gold chain gaming, why do you have to be insecure?
Bro, I know it's funny. It's like, you don't like when you tell people you could just get a PC. Like, I'm sure they fucking understand that they can get a PC.
Exactly.
I'm sure they're weighing their options and like, I don't got the space to put this shit, or I don't want a laptop.
Yeah.
You know, whatever the case may be. Like, I'm sure they understand what's going on, bro. If you're in the console market, you're I would say you're pretty aware of just average tech. Like, they understand that they want a console because this is what they're used to. This is what their friends are at. This is where they're comfortable doing. And at the end of the day, bro, like I said, I just feel like these guys just feel like they have to be a part of the fucking, you know what I mean? PS5 Pro news, yeah. And it's like, oh shit, I got a YouTube channel, and how am I gonna stay relevant? Oh, let me go on Twitter. Let me go to people saying the PS5 Pro is gonna be out maneuvering a 4090 or shit like that. Like, they just gotta keep their own channel alive, and I get it. I really do get it. Like, if you're a content creator talking shit about PS5 Pro, I already know what time it is.
But let's say that is the case, right? Let's say that is the case. You do understand the more things you cater to, the more viewers, the more watchers, the more money you're gonna make. So you pissing off the largest install base, or you being goofy for that, like, obviously, clearly, if you have to do that for content, clearly the PC crowd is not supplementing you like that. So I don't know. Again,
engagement farm.
Yeah, content creators, I kind of like raise my hand up. I don't really kind of say anything because, you know, you kind of get your bread however you get it. You know, I got homies on both sides of the equation that they be eating off of that, but at the same time, it's like, like, y'all know what I
gotta
do,
respect
right?
it though. Huh?
Yeah,
just because
no,
I
that's
see it
true.
doesn't
That's
mean I
true.
gotta respect.
You're right. You know what I do. I pop my shit on.
What about these journalists? How about these IGN journalists? You can tell that they're getting paid by Microsoft and shit just by what they say. You're like, what the
True,
fuck
but
are
I
you
don't.
talking about?
Even them though. Even them, Heath. I'm gonna give them a pass because we saw, based on that leak, those guys get paid like $20 an article. So I'm gonna be honest. I give him a pass. This motherfucker only getting $20 article. He better be writing fucking 50 goddamn articles a day, clickbait and all. Like, I can't. I don't want to knock anybody's money. That's one thing I won't do. I don't want to knock nobody's money. But I'm talking about us in this gamer space that are gamers. Like, us just popping shit and stuff. It's just all of the, like I told you when I first started this conversation, I totally expect and understand the Xbox guys feeling some type of way, as they should. But PC guys, they supposed to be the master race.
Yeah, why are you even dabbling?
Why are you even?
Why are you even looking down?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You supposed to be over there playing your World of Warcraft, you know, at 3,000 frames, just enjoying life. Why are you over here? I just don't understand it, man. But it's crazy, Blaze. I know you spent like at least $3,500 on your PC. That doesn't include the monitor you spend. That's another $1,400 just for the monitor. I know because we got the same fucking monitor. So just that by itself is 5 G's just off the rip. That doesn't include all the other accessories that we buy for the shit, right? So we spend that type of money on a PC. And you mean to tell me that we can't buy, like, we got to be worrying about how much a PS5 Pro is going to cost?
Bro, that's
so we didn't invested all this money on PC, But when we want to buy a $600, $700 Xbox or you know what I'm saying, or a PS5 Pro, it's a problem. I don't understand it. I never pocket watch. I've never been a pocket watcher. I feel
they're gonna
like
criticize the. I don't care. J-Dub, Mark Cerny can come out there and say, "Look, this is if the tech's in the box, I don't care what the price is. If the tech's in the box, I don't care what the price is, bro."
Yep.
I'm dead set. Like I don't care if he's selling it for $1,000. I don't give a if whatever's in the box, Matt, if it's justified, you know, like this new upscaling feature they got. Like, listen, I fully trust Cerny going out there and telling you how it is, telling people, you know, what to expect. Just like the Pro, like, bro, people weren't, bro, ain't nobody bought a PS4 Pro expecting every game to be 60 FPS or, you know, everything to be native 4K. Like, bro, we get marketing. We understand 8Ks on the box, what that means, what they're trying to do. We get it, bro.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm telling you, bro, I'm not tripping about the price. And nobody should be tripping about the price unless you're buying the PS5 Pro. If you're not even buying a PS5 Pro, you shouldn't even be commenting on the fucking price.
Yeah.
Because you just want to be part of the damn conversation again. Like, this is for enthusiasts. This is for people that already own. Bro, this PS5 Pro, I'm telling you, 90% of people that buy the PS5 Pro are on a PS5, and they just want to upgrade their experience. That's it.
This is what I said, Blaze. It's just like the iPhone. You can get the iPhone 16, or you can get the iPhone 16 Pro, right? The Pro comes with some more extra features that the regular one don't. That's just, it's like, why can regular consumers understand that, and that's not a problem, but gamers, some of these gamers can't.
Oh, they understand it. They just either they're playing stupid or they're legit stupid. And I honestly, it's so hard to tell nowadays. I don't know who's an idiot or who's not anymore. It's just I can't even tell you.
Nah, that's true. Well, it's just like 108 Dragon said. He said shit. He got that LG Mini LED 8K. See what I'm saying? That shit they're gonna want you shit at least 3,000, 4,000 probably minimum. So gaming is an expensive hobby. It just is. And if you can't afford it, get your Series S. It's $299. Sometimes you can get them on sale for $249. Listen, you can game at your 1440p. There's a bunch of games where you can game at 120 frames.
Even then, J-Dub, I'm telling you to wait a month, wait 2 months, get another $100 and get a PS5.
You see what I'm saying?
Even then, I still can't recommend the S. I can't do it.
No. I get it, but I'm saying, Blaze, we're talking to people who are struggling in the pockets.
Right.
So that like you said, the extra $100, maybe that's not, you know, maybe that's hard for them to come by. I don't understand, because at the beginning of this generation, everybody was spending $1,000 for a goddamn PS5 because they couldn't find one. Everybody was spending $1,000 for a Series X because they couldn't find one. But all of a sudden now, this bad economic time, this hard times, you know, things are hard. We're going through a depression right now. Get the fuck out of here. All these companies are reporting record profits. Don't tell me that we're going through some kind of depression. Get out of here.
No, inflation's a real thing, but guess what? Human beings are human beings, and they're gonna be like, you know what? I had a stressful fucking year. I had a stressful week. I'm gonna buy me a damn. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make my selfishly as human beings. Like we gotta find our comfort zone, man. And some people find comfort in this shit. Like, listen,
absolutely.
I don't care. I don't care what it costs. I'm gonna make sure, legit. I take care of my family. I'm gonna make sure I'm happy.
Here's the thing. Inflation is real, but who says you have to buy a console? If your pockets can't afford it, why are you even in conversation? You got bigger issues to worry about. You need to be looking at a second job. You need to be over there thinking about how you can cut costs. Maybe you can trade in
PS5.
Trade in a console to get it. Like, I'm just saying, like, why do you have to stop? It's like Sony shouldn't.
Everybody else got to stop and
Sony shouldn't offer. They shouldn't offer this because I can't afford it. What the fuck?
I love options. You know what I love about this PS5 generation the most is there's so many options, bro. Options. Like, Blaze, like, cause when I said that, Blaze, like, you will make fun of me because I was buying Xbox controllers every month. I said, yeah, you were buying Xbox controllers, but there was no other side to it. It was just accessories.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't care how slow of a year this has been for PlayStation if they want to be technical and say first party, right? And they're all right, fine.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we've been offered things. We've had things in the calendar year.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We've had the third party deals to sustain and make the PlayStation party, the player base happy. And I'm just telling you, like I said, bro, that Portal I just got, real shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I told you when I first bought it. My girl's like, "Oh my god, that's she's like basically saying my son wanted that, and his birthday was."
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so I said, "All right, bet." I was like, "Damn." I was like, "All right, give it to him." Whatever. And I was just chilling. I would see him play on it. Bro, real shit. The Portal is such an excellent device, dog.
Sick.
It really
it's
really
sick,
is.
ain't it? I'm telling you, bro.
And I can't even believe how nice the screen is.
Yeah,
for a $200.
Yep,
it's crazy.
$199, bro. Listen, I'm always walking around the house playing that shit. Whether I'm in the game room, whether I'm in the media, don't matter where. It don't matter. Most time, like before I go to bed, I'll just be laying there just fucking playing and shit till I get sleepy, and then I'll just put PlayStation sleep and turn it off and call it a day.
Hell yeah.
It's just options. Awesome. It's just options. Nobody forcing you to buy a Portal. Nobody forced you to buy a DualSense Edge controller. But because it has so many haters, those two is the #1 selling gaming devices in the world. But I was told nobody wanted one. I was told it was trash. Now everyone that gets one, it's like, oh my god, this shit is changing my life. Bro, playing Astrobot on the damn PlayStation Portal, bro, it's just fucking like it's like a match made in heaven. So can you imagine, like, I just having a PS5 Pro, I want to know, like, damn, bro, like, I don't know, maybe I just want to know I can't wait tomorrow. I want to know what more can we look forward to. I know a lot of people are saying they want more frames and steady frames. Okay, fine. Let's say Mark Cerny accomplishes that. Then there's dedicated ray tracing, high-end ray tracing or whatever. Let's say it does that. Okay, cool. You satisfy that crowd. The resolution. Some of your resolutions that's dynamic and stuff, a lot of them will start being more native or higher than what they are.
Returnal's okay, cool. 1080p, bro. There's plenty of games they can go back and fit. That's how great Returnal was. People didn't even know that game's running at 1080p.
I want to distinguish this, right? Because this is where, when it comes to console, gamers say one thing, but when it comes to PC, they dismiss it as something else. DLSS, FSR, PSSR, whatever, just pisser. Yeah. It's all the same thing. It's all trying to accomplish the same task. It all starts out with a lower resolution, and then the end result is blown up to 4K. So when I'm on my, even though I got a 4090, when I have frame generation on, when I have my DLS and shit that's on, the image is not native. It starts out at maybe 1200p, and it'll upscale it. It's dynamic, so it'll go up and down as it sees fit, just like the PS5 does, just like the Xbox does now. But on console, people are like, oh my god, that's 720p, that's 1080p. But that's the internal. The output itself is 4K. So I know they use the upscaling technology to get it to a certain point, and then it'll be upscaled further.
Your TV's an upscaler as well.
And then your TV's an upscaler, right? So it's technically the endpoint is 4K anyway. It just depends on what that beginning image is. Obviously, the higher GPU you have and stuff like that, and the better.
If you think we're getting higher frames, I personally don't.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get high. Well, here's the thing.
If we do, but I'm not mad if we don't. Like, I understand. I feel like this is just.
Let me clarify this. Sticks, what's up, my brother? What's up, my brother? Oh, Sticks say he made that the meme for that thumbnail. Hey, bro, I steal my thumbnails. I be taking all y'all shit. That's what I do.
Hell yeah.
I steal. I don't kill. But so here's the thing. All of PS5 games have performance modes. Like, they all offer the 60 frames. They all offer some 60, some 120, whatever. They all offer, and that's the great thing about being on PS5. The options are there. Now, I think the games that run 60, and they do, they do the shift. Sometimes they go down, sometimes they go up, whatever. I think they'll become stable. I don't think that they're just automatically going to jump from 60 to 120 frames. Could be. I don't know. I don't think that that's the case. Because this is not a new generation. This is still a mid-gen refresh. It enhances what you already have. That's how I keep things in check. I'm trying to keep things in check. I'm not going to
once they change hardware, then it becomes a new console.
Once you check, like for example, that damn PS5 and the damn PS5 and the PS4 Pro, it is a night and day difference. It is. But I'll tell you this, the more noticeable thing that I notice is that fucking SSD, the instant loading. Cause I tried to go back and play my PS4 Pro. God damn, it took me like 2-3 minutes to got loaded into a goddamn game. I'm like, what the fuck? I can't believe we game like that.
And the 3D audio too.
Yeah, exactly. That's another thing. That's another thing, and that's why your is it DualShock 4? What was it was DualShock last gen, huh?
Yeah, DualShock.
Yeah, the DualShock. That's why that doesn't work on the PS5. In vice versa because of that. I
still call the DualSense a DualShock 5. I really do. It's always been a DualShock to me.
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of how it is. But there's, like Mark Cerny said, like there's more to gaming than just resolution and frames. It's we could always make more frames. We could always make a higher resolution. But then people are going to be like, the average gamer is going to be like, what's the difference between this and that? And that's why you got to offer more things. That's why they started dealing with the 3D audio. That's why they started dealing with the SSDs. So there's no more load times anymore. You got to do other things to sell people, right? If a person, like, if they play God of War Ragnarok on a PS4 Pro, they play it on PS5, they may see some difference, but it's not a night and day difference because the game is just so, the original craft of the game is just so beautiful. Right? It's not going to turn it from fucking NBA Live 95 to fucking NBA 2K 25. Like, that's not how it is. So you have to give people different ways to see how they're experienced. I remember playing Astrobot for the first time. I was like, oh my God, this shit is crazy. Feeling the haptic feedback. When it rains, I can actually feel the raindrops.
I wish more devs would implement that. I don't understand why they don't. Maybe it's too much work.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. Let's talk on that. We're going to speak on that. So the cost of developing games is going up. We know that.
Yeah.
All right. So now that the cost of games is going up, the more time developers spend creating the games, the more money they spend, the less profits they have. So the goals of these developers are to release these games as quick as possible, spend the least amount of money as possible. That's their goal. So they're not going to go in there and spend an extra year or while they're developing the graphics. They're not going to hire people specifically to work on the haptic feedback on a specific game because they don't really tangibly see the benefit of that. Gamers may notice it, they may not. That's how they see it from a corporate mind. But we're gamers. We want it all. We want everything. And so unless your first party unless that's mandated by your first party, which Sony Studios, they're typically, all of them take advantage of that, of all of the features of that PlayStation can offer. Getting a third party to do that is like good luck. Look at Madden. One of the highest. Look at 2K. Look at Fortnite. Look at the Call of Duty. The highest played games that's out there. They rarely ever take advantage of any of the hardware. Anything outside of like resolution and frames. And it's hard to sell people on resolution and frames. It really is. Especially Blaze, you have a PC. The fact that you have a PC is going to make it harder for them to impress you even more. Now let's say a guy
controller is different, bro. Imagine
No.
playing Last of Us. You're going through the forest. It's rain, sprinkling rain. You feel, oh man.
I get it because I know what to look for. But it goes back to what I was telling you about my wife on the TVs. Remember we talked about it earlier?
Right, right,
The
right.
average Joe Blow fucking still games on the 1080p TV. Like, they don't know the difference. They don't. Their fucking eyes are like fucking crossed. Like, they don't know. We're the ones that we're in the know, so we know every pixel. Like, Digital Foundry goes in and zoom in 400%. Like, do you tell me the average motherfucker can zoom in to get a magnifying glass and zoom in 400%? Does he really care that it's not fucking the full 3260 by 2160, whatever the fuck? 3820 by 2160? No. They don't.
Yeah, no.
But
A lot of people can't even see the difference between the dynamic res
exactly
4K or 1440p upscale. They can't even see the difference.
Yeah. It just
I
is. I know you can, but it's because you game on PC. You have the highest end money. You know what to expect. So you see the little imperfections or things that may not be there. But the average gamer don't. Remember, you're gold chain gaming. Less than 1% are able to be gold chain gamers.
Is that what they call that shit?
Yeah.
I'm just gaming. Listen, I don't go out no more. I don't go to bars no more. Like this is it for me. You know,
Yeah.
other than my kids, this is it. So I just invest into this. It's an investment. It's a pleasure.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Now let me ask you this though. I do want to ask you this, very important. Let's take your predictions. I don't know. I don't think that we'll know what the cost of the console is going to be tomorrow. I think they're going to save that for next week at the showcase. I mean, at the showcase or the state of play. What's your prediction on the price?
It's tricky, man.
Now keep in mind, the PS5 is out. That's going to remain the standard console, right? The Pro is for the elite guys, right? So it's not. This is not targeted for everybody. This is targeted for those who wants higher frames and higher resolution and more advanced features and stuff like that. That's what it's designed for. And with new tech and new capability, things tend to get more expensive, right? So with that being said, what do you think a fair price for the tech would be?
Listen, anywhere from, just my opinion, I could be completely wrong. I'm thinking like a 650, 700.
Okay.
You know, and if it's more,
I'm thinking 6.
so be it.
Yeah. Well, if it's $599, I think it'll have a more massive adoption than $699 or $650. But it's been a while since these companies have did that $49 mark. They typically go for the whole gusto, that whole $100, instead of that 50 mark. But I will say this: when I saw Xbox with that 2 terabyte digital only Xbox for $599, I said, "Ooh, yeah, that Pro, that shit definitely finna be $699, if not $650."
Right, because I'm like,
Because
bro,
they're
all
gonna
they did is add
exactly,
add more storage. And it's
exactly. And Sony was smart because they did the whole buy your own fucking SSD shit. If you want to upgrade your storage later, you can buy it and pop it in there. It's fucking easy. I think, and then guess what? So you can get like a 2 terabyte fucking SSD for like $80.
Yeah, I remember like they were looking at the price. I was like, yeah, but over time, our shit's gonna go down.
Absolutely, and that's
Theirs does
exactly
not.
that's
And
exactly
they
what
have-
happened. That's exactly what happened. They don't even mention their external storage drive anymore. Ain't that crazy?
It's so they don't mention anything anymore, bro.
Yeah,
it's
Xbox
just
out of there. I ain't gonna
it's
lie.
dumb, bro.
Yeah, it's
No console required, but they're talking about they're gonna start their next gen in 2026. It's like, get the fuck out of here.
yeah. I think that's copism. That's copism.
Honestly, they got me with the Xbox One. Obviously they got me with that. The 360 was so great, right? They got me with the Xbox One X because it was the 4K version of the Xbox, right? Like the Pro. So they got me, and they got me again with the Xbox One X. Series X. With this is the other thing. They're fucking goddamn marketing's awful. Xbox One X, Series X, S X. It's like, dude, give me a goddamn break with this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they couldn't just be normal anyway. And this next one that comes out with Xbox, I think I've purchased. You know, I've never say never because you know I'm a sucker for new hardware, but I just think I purchased my last Xbox. I think it's over for me buying anything Xbox like that. But,
They give up. I don't blame you.
shit, I give up.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Well, yeah.
No matter, right? No matter how much this Pro is gonna be, it's gonna be too expensive for some people. You're gonna see articles by IGN and the rest of them. Oh my God, this is too expensive. And then when that goddamn Xbox Series X with the 2 terabyte come out, oh my God, this is a great deal. This is a steal. Game Pass, right? This is fucking shit's crazy, man. I just shaking my head these days, but
Bro, that get all that that whole Game Pass. Oh,
Yeah.
you know, I'm like, bro, how do you feel about your game? Like, bro, all that shit is murdering your goddamn console, bro. It is murdering it.
Shit is crazy, man.
It's so easy to see. Like, bro, you guys over here trying to get a deal, but it's just not sustainable. Like, wake up, bro. This shit ain't gonna last.
This is what it is, Blaze. I'm gonna be honest. I think they still have hope. I think they still hope and pray that one day there's going to be this one game that drops that is like the God of War game, and they get to say, "Suck it, ponies! We have the best game, and our next generation console." You know, they still have hope, even though they see it clearly that Satya Nadella is over the Xbox. He's done with it. It's over.
Their games are everywhere, bro.
Yes.
And your games are everywhere. Like, this is what we were saying. Like, these guys want to call us crazy when I say, hey, I'm okay with PC games, PS5 games on PC now. Obviously, I'm over it. There's nothing I can do about it, right?
Yeah.
I'm not mad about it, but I've always said, everybody, you know, the main guy's been saying it, like, it devalues the box. I've said that all along. I'll continue saying it.
Yeah.
And we have a prime example on the other side of what happens when you
do that. Yeah.
play around with and act like the box ain't important. You know what I mean? And when you tell people they can go do this shit anywhere they want, they're gonna go do it.
Yeah. Well, I will say this for those PC guys who say that. Listen, those games a year, 2 years down the line, 3, 4, 5, 6 years, who cares? I don't care. It's not day and date. And the live service shit is something that's totally different. So those have to be day and date. So who cares? Like, that's not a fucking, who gives a shit?
You know what else I said about Concord, right? Was if Concord wasn't on PC, and this might sound crazy, but if it wasn't on PC and people couldn't just search the numbers, because that's all people were doing, looking for numbers, including myself. I'll admit it. But if we couldn't, you know what I mean? Like, the fact that people could look at the goddamn numbers at any given point put more pressure on Concord to succeed. They're like, oh shit, people know we're not doing well. People, you know what I mean? And if it was just on PlayStation, if you go on Twitter, Concord shit, I was checking your page, Bar's page, everybody's enjoying Concord, Kofi, they're playing all these, you know, so for me, without looking at Steam, if there was no Steam version of it, I would have been like, oh shit, people are enjoying the game, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But that Steam shit, being able to see the numbers is almost like it's like a gift and a curse, you know what I mean? It's like, damn. Oh, it almost like was detrimental to the game because, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just a thought, bro.
Well,
when do you think this shit will be pre-orderable?
I think next week.
And J-Dub, I'm gonna tell you right now. This thing, I feel like it's gonna be, like I said, the Portal was sold out. You know, DualSense was like, bro, you better pre-order 2 of them joints just in case.
You know me.
If you can, like, if I can, I'm gonna do 2.
Yeah.
Just in case one of my homies need it, bro. Like, if you need it, if you couldn't get it or whatever, I'm gonna try to get 2, bro.
Well, one thing about it is, I'll just be it'll just be me getting one for me in my household. It won't be like the PS5 where I just get me and my kids one.
Yeah, my kid don't need a Pro anyway.
But yeah, they don't need a Pro. But hey, if I can get my hand on one, I'm there, baby. I'm there day one, man, and I think without a doubt it's going to be sold out. So there's a lot of people going to say, "Oh, it's too expensive. Nobody wants one."
It'll be sold out.
They said that about the Portal. They said that about the DualSense. They said that about all fucking PlayStation shit, and that shit always end up selling out, right? So it's like, shut the fuck up. It's gonna do what it, do what it do. You call it whatever you want, but it's a great product.
If you don't pre-order a Pro, you're not getting one till after the next year.
Yeah, unless you're gonna spend a bunch of money on
eBay.
Right? And that's so I just, man, like with some of these controllers and shit, that fucking PlayStation Direct fucking take you forever trying to fucking click into the website and it crashes on you. That shit pisses me off, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't know. One thing I do hope. I hope they don't just offer it on the PlayStation Direct website. I hope they offer it at Best Buy and GameStop and other places. Because I tend to have more luck with other outlets like Amazon and Best Buy than the PlayStation Direct. So
I'm unplugging my head.
Okay, I hope they give us a day and time next week, and then we'll go from there.
Is this at 10 o'clock now Eastern, or what is it?
No, it's 10 o'clock my time, so it's 9 o'clock your time. It's early in the morning.
Damn, I might have to call out, Loki.
No, don't call off, bro. It's just fucking 10 minutes.
Nah, yeah, I seen that. I know. I just.
But I know you're gonna want to be fucking on the podcast and talking about it and in the know.
No, I'll do that shit later with you guys and P-Rock. Yeah. I'm just saying, I want to be able to like fully watch it. I'll be busy at work.
You got your AirPods. It's just gonna be him up there talking. You can listen to it. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're right.
Now,
I'm gonna waste.
If this was a showcase or a state of play where they showing the games like next week, then I'm taking off of that shit because I need my undivided attention for the games. But Mark Cerny, he's gonna talk about the the CPU, GPU, and the pistol technology, and I can listen to, right? I don't feel like I have to take off just for him, but for the games next week, oh yeah, that's when I dress up with my fucking tuxedo. You know what I'm saying? That's why I get that with my bow tie.
Yes, sir.
Dude, I ain't gonna lie. Don't nobody do it like a fucking. When PlayStation announced they're having a event, a state of play or a showcase,
a movie.
It's a movie, bro. It's just like you just feel different. You know what I'm saying? Because you finna get, some shit finna go down. You finna be catered to and this and that. You remember the state of play when they showed like the Spider-Man 2 and some of the other games? We were just all like on cloud 9, like damn. Now we got Wolverine coming. We got Sony Santa Monica's new game. Naughty Dog's
we got
new
so
game.
many. They're all lined up.
Yeah, probably Returnal 2. It's time to show. It's time. They've been cooking for so long. Let's see what's up with Sony Ben. Let's see what's up with Blue Point, right?
Yeah.
Let's see what's let's see what these motherfuckers, they got all the shit that they was gonna show out this year. They got that shit out the way. Now it's time to focus on the games. They got the hardware. Tell us about the hardware. Show us the console when we can be pre-ordered, and then show us what the fuck we're gonna be playing on this shit. Now, this is what I have to think about. We have to think about this, Blaze. If you're gonna have GTA 6 coming out next year, do you really want to drop all your big bangers in that same year, competing against the biggest game of the generation.
I think if they have a couple things mid-year,
Yeah,
you know, but GTA is gonna take over that whole.
that's what I'm thinking. You're gonna drop some light stuff in the beginning, maybe one banger in the fall, and then just let GTA just take it home.
No, it's convenient. It's I'm sure PlayStation really is like, oh, thank God GTA is coming out, you know, because because PlayStation, bro, I know people want to see news, and they trust me too. I want to see, but like, they're perfectionists, man. They're not going to show anything unless it's
give them time,
unless it's ready to show.
Give them time. Listen. I'm hearing rumors that that Insomniac had is outside of Wolverine, but they have that kind of like with Miles Morales, like the little DLC or the separate game that they're gonna release as well. I think rumor had it is probably Venom, it's probably Carnage, it's probably, I mean, we saw the roadmap. You remember the roadmap? We saw all the way to 2035. X-Men game. I mean, it's all kind of fucking shit that Insomniac is working on.
Gotta be patient, man.
Yeah, we just gotta be patient. I get it, man. People like, well, but here's the thing: when you look back at the PS4 generation, the first 2-3 years weren't really like big. They didn't have a bunch of big shit then. They didn't really start hitting their stride till like 4 years in. So maybe this generation has already so far surpassed last generation to me.
Yeah, listen, man, I've kind of just been on. I feel like it took a few years, bro. The PS4 started really slow as well, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, once things picked up, once that snowball started rolling, man, it was hard to stop.
Because Blaze, what they do, man, a lot of people discount the games that have dropped, man. People discount Returnal, Horizon Forbidden West, and God of War. And so, they discount the stuff because I know some of them, right, were cross-gen. But you still can't discount that. Those were games that were in development and that came out during that time period. Right? We didn't get the cross-gen shit from the PS4 era because the PS3 was a whole different architecture. So we didn't have that. But there was a lot of people that didn't get to play those games last gen or want to play it with the, extra fidelity and frames and all that shit this generation. So I understand why they did what they did. They dropped Returnal. They dropped God of War. They started off, right? The launch game was Miles Morales. I mean, fucking great goddamn game. And just on and on and on. And I know a lot of people like to shit on this generation, but unless you were just an Xbox guy, there's no reason you need to shit on this generation, man. There's been a plenty of shit. From third party to second party to fucking first party. They gave you Demon Souls as a launch game. Bro, still to this day, one of the best looking fucking games you can get. And that shit is exclusive to PS5.
Bro, one of my favorite games, if not my favorite PS5 game.
Listen, it's the Blaze. It's like the only, I'm not a Soulsborne guy, right? But I beat the game. So that says a lot. That says a lot.
That says a lot, yeah.
Yeah, right?
That shit was immersive, bro. Bro, Blue Point, oh man,
that they solidified themselves to me with that one.
Yeah,
they solidified themselves. Yeah,
they all the way.
Yeah, that shit. What else? We've had games like Sifu. We've had what I'm saying? We've had some things. So I don't know why people want to discount this generation so far.
Dude,
we got Stellar
Blade. Not over yet.
We got, it's all the games that we got. This year is a soft year, and look all the shit that we got in a soft year. So can you imagine a hard year? Pause.
Bro, it's a mid-gen. This is why we're getting a Pro, right? A mid-gen. It's half the generation.
Yep.
I'm telling you, things that will ramp up. I'm telling you.
Yep.
PlayStation always end their generation with a banger.
Always.
On cue.
Always. They've never not.
So, but one thing we do have to say though is what happens. Does anything change if Xbox decides not to continue with hardware for next generation? If they tell you, well, your Series X consoles, you can just keep those, and your games are gonna continue to play on those just like they always have, and they're not gonna come up with a new console. Does that change anything from PlayStation's perspective?
I don't think so, bro. I really don't. Why, you do?
Well, because of competition, right? Like, I guess the fear is that PlayStation needs competition so they can not only be open, not only have to compete for our dollars, but if Xbox is not there, then they get to do whatever they want. People are already screaming and crying. They're raising prices left and right.
Oh, that is true.
And to some people, that is a very valid point because they are a corporation.
Oh, it's valid.
They are a corporation.
It is valid.
I'll never discount someone being wary of a corporation at all. But one thing I will say is I only start to worry when the games get affected. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like once the games get affected, then we got a problem. But until the games
First party,
get affected,
especially. Yeah.
Yeah, first party. Clearly, third party is going to be there forever, right to the end of time. So I'm not worrying about third party. First party. I still want my God of War. I still want my Last of Us. I still want those big blockbuster games from those studios. I still want my Spider-Man and shit like that. So those are there, right? They're not going anywhere, and that's why we had the debate about live service or not, and I still come in as long as you giving me my goodies that I expect. I don't give a fuck what you do. You can go make your car, you can go make your plane, you can go do whatever you want, but don't let any of that be at the expense of my bangers. And until that happens, I have no qualms with them trying new stuff. But I think with Xbox getting out of the hardware space and not being competitive, that's less drive for them to
For sure, to stay on top of things.
Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm saying. Because all these companies, the more now here's the thing. We got Nintendo dropping a new console next year, and I know they're not competing. I know they're in different spaces, but that does make it kind of awkward for Xbox because everybody's going to be eating. Think about it. This holiday season, Pony's bragging they got their shiny new PS5 Pro. Most likely we're going to be playing Starfield and Forza Horizon and all the Xbox goodies on our PS5 Pros. And what are they going to be playing? A subpar version of Indiana Jones that we get to play in February on our shiny new PS5 Pro with double the frames and double the resolution.
That's tough.
And it's because it's a first party game that's really a kick in the fucking balls. You see what I'm saying?
That's gotta be tough, bro.
Blaze, you and I would riot if that was PlayStation. We would riot.
But they made that acceptable. Like they kept, you know what I mean, saying, "Oh, Phil Spencer, everything, like, bro, this is what happens when y'all don't speak up, bro. Like, you guys just accept everything." And that's what it turned out to, bro. Like, and we have one more announcement, bro. You seen all those podcasts? Like, bro, they started talking so early, bro. It's hilarious. Mm-hmm.
And they all ended up eating crow, man. It's crazy how this generation started. We got the world's most powerful console. We got the games, blah blah blah. And now it's like, fucking, you don't even need a console. Like that's fucked up.
Nope.
No. Here's a Fire Stick. Here's your thumb drive. Take that. Like, how do
Crazy.
you go from world's most powerful to fucking here's a thumb drive? In 3.5 years, all of this happened, Blaze, in just 3.5 years. You know what kind of chaos that is? Oh, they said don't forget Doom. That Doom Day Zero, whatever. That's Day One on PS5 too. Yeah, and it's guess what? The best place to play it is going to be a PlayStation. Yep, Minecraft just got a native PS5 Pro version, and then the PS4 is going to be PS5 Pro enhanced. So it's like Xbox really don't have shit to shine. Like they don't have nothing to brag about. That's fucking crazy.
Crazy, bro. If PlayStation had a press conference or wherever, and they're announcing the game, and bro, listen, man, Xbox is it's turned into the laughing stock, man. Unfortunately, bro. Even my kids know what time it. Like, even like I'm like asking them about like, hey, what do people have? Ask, oh, they got, people. My friends got some Switches, but PlayStation's the most popular. I'm like, what about Xbox? Ah, nobody plays Xbox.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, that's sad, bro.
Yeah. And so this is what I'm always puzzled about. If all of these pro Xbox channels, how are they able to keep telling these guys that Xbox is the best box and best place to be? How the fuck can they sell this to these people and have these people to keep coming back week after week after week?
I think lying is a big part of all that, but I think the guys they want something to look up to, and Cole Eastwood to them is probably, you know what I mean, their light and savior, and he brings the news, and
he tell them what they want to hear.
Right, exactly.
Well, I'll tell you this, Blaze, I go to many people's podcasts, some PlayStation centric, some Xbox centric. But sometimes when I go over there on those Xbox centric podcasts, I don't know how to take them because I'm a troll myself. What I do on my own platform, right? Like I'm doing here, I'm very just calm, collective, just chopping it up with you like I am on your podcast. But when I go on their podcasts and I look at their chat, and their chat is just saying how like PlayStation is dying, and how Sony doesn't have any money, and they're poor, and they're going out of business, and there's not going to be a PS6. I look at that, and I'm like, at first I say, well, these guys are just, they're just bullshitting, they're just, busting my balls. But the more I interact with them, I realize they actually believe that. And then it kind of scares me. I'm like, wow, wait. You guys fucking like, are you serious?
Oh, they believe it.
They really believe it, and it scares me, cause I'm like, I thought you guys just bullshitting, but you actually think that like Xbox is like winning worldwide because you listen to Colt tell you that Xbox is ahead? Like, but like I said, bullshit you not, they believe it. Like they are like dead ass serious.
Bro, people on Twitter are even worse.
And
what's his name, J-Rock or whatever? Like, he really out here campaigning, thinking like, bro, these dudes are delusional, man. Like, I commend them for not giving up, though. I tip my hat to them. Like, damn, you guys are really. This is what Xbox. At low key, it's the type of people Xbox need, really. They're just gonna sit there and like, until Xbox closed the door and they can't open that shit, they're gonna, they'll sit there forever, bro.
Yeah. Hey, Lewis. I'm not gonna mention them by name, man, because I don't want their podcasts and you know what I'm saying, like.
Listen.
Yeah,
we ain't tripping about that.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, it's just some of these guys are dead ass serious. Like, some of these people in these chats, they actually believe. Like, take a guy like Boomstick, right? I want to say that he's just trolling just to grift and get some money. And listen, get your money if that's what you're doing, but. Some tell me that dude is dead ass serious, man. With like, and a lot of them are like that. because they all say the same crazy shit that doesn't align with reality. Like, they denied that the PS5 Pro was even going to be a thing because Sony couldn't afford it, and they had to cancel it because of Concord. They lost $200 million with Concord, and you see what I'm saying? Like, they make up these things. That shit is crazy. And they all lump together. They all get in a circle, in a little clique together. And they all just repeat the same crazy things that doesn't align with reality. So I'm like, listen, if I'm with the homies and we just bullshit, popping shit, talking shit about Xbox or whatever, I may say some shit just to ruffle some feathers that may not be true, right? I may say, yeah, Phil just, he just said he's quitting for the week because, he's just so distraught on all these. I just may make up some shit, but at least my shit is just like, I'm playing. I'm bullshit. I'm not trying to sell you anything. These dudes are still trying to sell people on the fact that Xbox is the world's most powerful console. It has the better running version of the games. It has ton of exclusives, and Game Pass is the best place to play all your games. Like, they honestly, in their hearts, believe all of that shit is true, regardless of the numbers showing that Xbox is getting outsold 5-1, regardless of the numbers that shows fucking Xbox and gave up, regardless of Phil coming out saying that he's fucking finna put all his games on PlayStation, regardless of all of that, their cognitive dissonance is just fucking so strong.
Hard to admit you're wrong, man. When you've dedicated so much, J-Dub,
yeah,
it's hard to like, yeah, I mean, they're gonna cap till it's over, bro. Really.
Yeah. Bedstar, my brother, BK Bedstar, he said, J-Dub, how do we prepare for possible pre-order announcements? I'm gonna tell you now, brother. Go check your credit card. Make sure you got money on that motherfucker, and sign into your overnight. Sign into your PlayStation account, PlayStation Direct. Sign in, so when they say it's ready, you can keep refreshing that page.
Yo, Dub, 1 sec, all right?
All right, go ahead, brother. And so that's how we prepare. Lewis A say, yo Jay, did you see your boy Addict was nasty to pour funds for praising Astro over Mario? Listen. All I'm gonna say is that's why this generation has left Xbox. You got bots fighting with bots over PlayStation games, over Nintendo games. Let that sink in, Lewis. You got bot versus bot fighting over PlayStation versus Nintendo. They're not fighting over Xbox games. They're fighting over a PlayStation game versus a Nintendo game. That shit is crazy. I've never seen anything like it. Anonymous Boss, he said, Dirt always mentioned J-Dub. That dude, Dirt, is obsessed. Yeah, big facts, man. Listen, man, I got him. I don't care. I got him on audio saying that J-Dub and Puerto Rock won, and we deserve to brag and say nanny boo boo. I got that clip, so that's all I needed. We won a console war, man. Console war is over. Shout out to Dirk Griggity and all those dudes over at We Bleed Green. Of course they hit our guts. We're like that football team, you know. If you root for your football team and your football team is always losing, and the other dude across the street, his team is always winning, you might say fuck him every now and then. You might not like his guts. But I always told people, never bet on green. I always bet on blue. Tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, guys, the PS5 technical breakdown. They're going to talk about the T-flops and talk about the power and everything else that come along with it. I can't wait. All right, Lewis. Let me see, man. I'm gonna check my Twitter account right now. I got you. Let me paste this. There you go. Hey, Lewis, I just sent you the Discord. If you want, you can jump in real quick. I'm gonna try to go ahead and jump off here in the next 10 minutes. Y'all know I gotta go shower and go to sleep and wake up bright and early so I can put on my tuxedo, or at least my tuxedo t-shirt. Next week is the State of Play. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Lewis, come on in here, brother. Can you hear me, Cole?
Yep.
There
What's
you
up,
go.
man?
Hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, no, I'm just like you guys. Yeah, I'm excited for the announcement tomorrow.
Yeah. I can't wait, man. I know a lot of people cried and screamed last time.
Yeah.
Mark Cerny, he talks too long and he's bored and stuff like that, and now all attention is on him. Now they're like, oh man, this only 9 minutes. It's too short.
Yeah.
Right? So you're gonna have a bunch of. I think I'm gonna be honest. I think the Xbox guys. I think they're gonna They're not gonna say it, but they're excited. They're gonna probably.
They
buy
are.
one.
Yeah.
I think
Even the PC guys are excited.
Yeah. Well, they are. But some of them they just wanna compare it to their PC so they can say, oh, my PC is more powerful. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm excited because the mega bangers from PlayStation, like the next Santa Monica games and the Naughty Dog games, are gonna be day one on PS5 and PS5 Pro. That's gonna be like a major blow to the competitors, because those games really become like events when those games launch, man.
Let me ask you this, because anonymous boss just said something. Today Jeff Keighley tweeted out about the PS5 Pro reveal, or the technical thing, and he said something like the next. It wasn't the next phase. It was the next something. But the first thing that popped in my mind when he said it was Uncharted. What if Sony is working on a new Uncharted game, and what if that new Uncharted game releases with the PS5 Pro? Can you imagine the graphics and how that thing would look being built up from the ground up for PS5?
Yeah, I think he tweeted the journey continues.
Yes, the journey continues. Yes.
Yeah.
But you know me.
Yeah.
You know us gamers. We're always going to try to fit something into places where maybe it doesn't belong. But
No, but speculating about Uncharted is not a far-fetched speculation. I think there's a new Uncharted coming, and what better console than the PS5 Pro to flex your muscles?
Yeah.
Like next year, there could be a scenario in which we have Uncharted, the new Journey or whatever, Indiana Jones, and the new Tomb Raider game all on PS5 Pro. You know how Crystal Dynamics is working on that game, and they've been working for 40 years already on it.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, just imagine the three major next gen action adventure
games. Yep.
games, all on PS5 Pro enhanced.
Well,
Like that. Yeah,
and
that's insane.
And that's a problem for Xbox because you can just buy a PlayStation and play all the games. Or you can buy an Xbox and only play some of the games, or not only some of the games, but the inferior versions of the games. Because all of those games are going to have the DualSense haptic feedback, the 3D audio, the instant loading, and the extra boost in performance from the PS5 Pro and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I think that when you have major heavyweights like Mikey Barra being very freaking excited for the PS5 Pro and saying how Sony owns the living room and how they're smelling blood in the water and they should double down. When you have somebody like him, I mean, you know that this is what's happening, and you know that this is what this guy was listening in the behind the scenes when he was at Microsoft. I mean, and now, because honestly, I knew and I always believed the reports, but at one point I kind of like thought that maybe because the way this generation is going, how Xbox is being dog walked so fucking bad.
Yes.
I thought maybe PlayStation is just gonna save that money of R&D and just cruise along until 2028 and launch the PS6. But no, dude, like them coming out with a new console mid generation, it shows that they're not resting in the laurels. Like they really mean business. They're putting their foot in Xbox's necks and they're starting to squeeze. That's how it feels. And when you see little things like this, I'm sorry for maybe being that dumb with that comparison, but when you see things like the PS5 Pro, when you see things like Astrobot, when you see things like, dude, I hope that the Black Myth Wukong exclusivity thing, it's a thing, because that would tell you that PlayStation hasn't changed, that they really smell blood in the water. Yeah, and that they really wanna like just put them out. I don't think that that's true, but I wish that that's true, because it would mean that they really still want to give you the best bang for your buck if you invest in their console. That's what I love about them. That if you buy their console, they're gonna provide with exclusive content.
Yeah.
And I like that. Like that, isn't that what we all love about it? About PlayStation?
Absolutely. Well, it goes back to it that they're fighting for our dollars. That means they're fighting the other company because they want us to spend our money with them and not with the competition. So they're going to spend a bunch of money trying to get deals in places where the other ones can't. The competition can't. Let me answer a couple of questions. Mike Johnson in chat said, J-Dub, what is your thoughts on King delusional Xbox Frontlines? Listen, salute to King, man, King David. He does his Xbox Frontlines. Listen, I'll say this, man. He's catering to his fan base, I guess the same way I'm catering to my fan base. But, you know, my console is winning. My console has the games, the hardware, and everything else, and his doesn't. So how he treats his fan base and what he tells them is totally different than what I'm gonna tell mine. I'm just gonna show you guys exactly why you bought a PlayStation. It is tomorrow. You'll see, right? You'll see if you need to spend money and buy a PS5 Pro or not. You know, I don't have to sell you on PlayStation. It sells itself. Either you like their games or you don't. But either way, you only need a PlayStation to play all the games, whereas you need Xbox to play some of the games. So I have a little bit, I guess, advantage than he does. So I mean, he needs to keep his fan base. He needs to keep his dudes checked in. There's a lot of pro Xbox content creators out there, channels out there, man. These guys are hurting. You know, it's hard to keep people coming back day after day to watch your content when Phil Spencer's out there saying you don't need an Xbox, when they're saying they're going to take all their games and give them to PlayStation. That has to be very how can I say it? Very difficult. And he does what he does, and he stays in his lane, and I stay in my lane, and we make it work, man. And we'll collab together sometime. I'll go over on his channel and stuff like that, and pop shit with him, and stuff like that. But
I do have a problem with King, and this is mostly to Mike Johnson, who's asking the question to you. If I may,
Go ahead.
participate. My problem with King, he seems like a very likable guy, and he's funny to watch, but it just doesn't seem to be genuine. Like, I have seen every single Xbot sometimes criticize Microsoft. And when the only time when I saw him, he really fast flip-flopped and went back into the lane of chilling for Xbox. To me, it's like the way I see him, it's like he's trying to be Black Colt Eastwood. And that's a fucking shame, because I really like I don't know, man, just how
okay.
I really like what Black content creators do in this space.
Yeah.
And I just can't fucking stand somebody like accidentally or not copy Colt Eastwood. In what way? He's just saying whatever, dude. He's saying, and he means it. Like Blaze was saying, and you were saying, that PlayStation 6 is not gonna be a thing because Xbox is gonna beat PlayStation so bad that they're just gonna forfeit the industry. Well, and I wonder if he really believes that.
I don't
wonder.
think so. I think it's a character that he plays.
Maybe
he's a smart guy. I wouldn't for 1 second believe that he believes that Xbox is winning, right? Like Colt Eastwood said, you heard it here first, funds. I heard it that Xbox is slightly ahead, right? Like, it's a character, but
okay, but I have a video of King saying that to Dustin Furman from Sacred Symbols and betting money for it. There's video proof of that. And you know what? What's even more mind blowing? That Dustin didn't take the bet.
Well, okay, so here's the thing, right? Both of those guys. Well, see, I don't know. I can only go by since I didn't see. I can only go by what you said, and I don't know. Maybe he does believe that. And if he does, that's I mean. Yeah. That's crazy. Like I don't know, man. But hey, more power to him. Listen, 2 years from now, if something happens with Sony and they have to make some changes, some drastic changes, something is different. Who knows? He may be right. You never know in this industry. But the chances of that happen is, to me, slim to none. But every now and then, somebody throws a Hail Mary, and it's the way I see it is Xbox is gone. They're out of there. Phil and them, they are. They're out of there.
Yeah, they're done for.
But you can't tell that side of that, because then their base is gone. They make money. This is what they do. They're content creators, just like me, just like everybody else, and they have an inside. They have connections and stuff with Microsoft, and they're going to hold the line, as they should, But I'm gonna be honest. At this point, I can't blame them. You got to blame the fan base, right? If I tell you that the sky is green, and you walk outside and you see it blue, and you believe it's green, is that really my fault, or is that your fault that you believed it was green?
No, definitely my fault.
He tells them what they want to hear. He gives them information that they want to hear. It's just like when you tune into your favorite news channel. why did you select this channel over any other channel? It's because this channel here tells you news the way you want it presented to you. That's just what it is. When a guy chooses to go to Fox News or CNN or MSNBC, they're selectively choosing. They didn't randomly choose those news media sources. They chose the one that caters to what they want to believe and what they want to see. Zero Steel was good, brother. It's just like with a lot of these Xbox guys, man. Oh, your mic broke?
No, it sounds well.
Mike. Zero Steel said Mike. He said Mike broke.
Okay.
That's what I believe. I could be mistaken. Maybe he honestly in his heart believes that. But I don't know what data he's looking at, because all the data we see is from NPD and the European charts month after month for the last 4 years, almost 4 years. And Xbox been dog walking. PlayStation been dog walking Xbox. So how does it?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. And I'm not going to fact check him. I'm not. I believe he's just playing a character and he's telling his base what they want to hear. He keeps it entertaining and ride for that. Boomstick probably does the same thing. Hargeet, I don't know, man. That brother. Ooh, that brother.
Is,
oh my god. Hey, listen. I honestly think I never met the guy. I never talked to the guy. I've seen him on some podcasts, but my god, the clips I've heard and the shit that I've seen him say, ooh, I would not get caught. Y'all know me, man. I say some crazy stuff. Just, I say it for fun with tongue in cheek, right? I just pull
you
strings.
always do a great job at showing us that you're trolling.
Yeah, that's what
I like about you.
I don't wear a tinfoil hat, right? If fucking
exactly.
if Xbox got a W, they got a W, right? They showcase when they came out and showed the games. I said, hey, listen, man, I give it 9 out of 10. This is the best Xbox showcase they ever had. I gave them props for that. I can't knock something, I'm not gonna be tinfoil hat. But at the same time, this dude, the shit that he says, oh my god, like how can he let that be caught on camera? He argues with people like they just hate PlayStation so much, bro. I don't understand that. How can you be a old school gamer, right?
Hargeet is the My Pillow guy from the Xbox community. That's how I put it. That's how I see it.
Oh man, Sick was good, my brother was good. He said, yeah. Listen, I ain't gonna lie, man. I listened to his last video. He was arguing with, I think it was Fun. He was arguing with somebody. And I just fucking shook my head. I said, man, somebody need to call the ambulance on this dude. He needs some medical help. This shit, man. Zero Steel said, Hargeet and Boom is fucking wild. Yeah, they are, man. Listen, if they are trolling and they are bullshitting, my hat's off to them. They funny as fuck. But God, but something, you can tell when people are being facetious. You can tell when people just bullshitting. Like, when I be bullshitting, y'all know I'm bullshitting, right? My cap meter be at 10,012. But, God, these motherfuckers, ooh.
I would be willing to bet, not to you, but just saying it, that they're not bullshitting, that they actually believe that shit. Because I was watching live just like hate watching, just like laughing at them. I was watching live when they revealed the Game of the Year nominations.
Yeah.
And they wanted to cry, dude, when Starfield was snubbed and when the other little cartoony Xbox game.
Yeah, the Psychonauts.
Psychonauts. No, Hi-Fi Rush.
Oh, Hi-Fi Rush. Yeah.
Yeah, when both of those games were snubbed and Spider-Man showed up, Spider-Man 2 as a nomination, dude, they were so devastated. And I feel like that's the type of shit you cannot fake.
Yeah. Like, no, it's real. Listen, those two, they're real. Mike Johnson, he said it right. Hargeet was arguing with D-Batch. Now listen, if y'all don't know D-Batch, he used to be with
D-Batch, it's
RDX,
legit now.
with
I like
RDX,
him.
RDX game. And listen, I've had the luxury to fly out to Toronto and meet my brother D-Batch in real life. We kicked it. Brother is a great guy.
Yeah.
He's been with us for a long time, but he was, he podcasts over there with RDX, with Funds and Colt Eastwood and Diller Gaming, and then it was him. And so for years and years and years, these are Xbox guys. So they would hype up Xbox. It's going to be this, it's going to be that, it's going to do this, it's going to do that. And it came out the gate, PS5 was stumping his ass. And so they couldn't figure out why the PS5 was either hanging with Xbox Series X or it was outdoing Series X. And they came up with, it must be the tools. Just wait till Microsoft release their tools. It's the dev kits. They need the latest dev kits. And man, if I tell you, the tools never came. No, the tools finally came, but then PS5 was still kicking the dog shit out of Xbox Series X, and so they gave up on the tools. And then that's how they came up with Xbox tax and media bias, and it just became all of this stuff. And eventually RDX dissolved or whatever. And but Colt continued to run with it. But D-Batch lately, he's been calling a spade a spade. He's been saying that Xbox Series S is the problem. They need to drop the Series S, but they can't drop the Series S because majority of the install base is on the Series S, not the X. So Xbox has it's too far gone. There's no saving this generation, and I think that's why they hope they put the information out there. Well, Xbox is possibly going to launch a new console in 2026 to get ahead of the game, to get ahead of the curve on PlayStation 6. So this is the type of stuff these guys think in their head. They make up this stuff, right? Microsoft is not saying this stuff. No developers are saying this stuff. These guys make this stuff up in their heads because it helps them cope with the fact that a much weaker on paper console
and what's funny is that to them they're taking for granted that Steam it's gonna be on the next Xbox and that Epic Game Store. And dude, like, what incentive is gonna have Steam to be on somebody else's console?
Not even that. I asked this question: if Steam and Epic Games and Ubisoft Plus and if all of that shit can be on a console, right, on the new Xbox, why buy a console? Most people that have a Steam account, most people that have an Epic Game account or any of the other accounts, they have a PC already. Why would you buy a new Xbox when you already got a PC? You already got your new Xbox. If you have a recent graphics card, you already have the latest Xbox and the next generation version and the generation after that. So the problem is Microsoft has to convince console gamers to buy a console. You can't convince a console gamer to buy a console by offering them PC gaming stores. If I got a PC that I buy all my Steam games on, why the fuck would I buy a console just to play? Oh, it's gonna be much weaker, right? So why? It makes no sense. That's how you can tell it's a Hail Mary and a copism from them.
Damn right. Yeah.
People buy consoles because they like playing on console. They like the simplicity. They like the couch gaming. They like the living room experience.
Yeah, nobody wants to be checking fan temperatures and VRAM storage and shit like that.
Also, how is that going to work on a console when Steam have their Steam sales and you can buy those games for like $3, $4? Epic Games have their $3, $4 games. Microsoft makes no money with that. They don't make money on the hardware. They make money on the software. So if you're telling me all of these other, stores are on this next generation Xbox, I literally don't have to buy any games from Xbox at all. I can just buy all of them from Steam. That means Microsoft gets zero money. Why would they spend billions of dollars on R&D to make $0? They're basically they're shooting themselves in the foot.
Exactly. Yeah, and they are running with this. Like they are reporting that this is gonna be the main feature of the next Xbox handheld or console or whatever.
Yeah.
And bro, like, unless you're PlayStation to have a shot, you don't want to be in the competition with handhelds with Nintendo. Like Xbox is like ignoring PlayStation to go to someone who's even stronger in that market. Like they're gonna just get stomped.
Yep.
It's like, I don't know if they don't even think about those scenarios, but they're.
Hold on one second. Hey, Link. I got Discord. DM me, and I'm gonna send you the link to the Discord.
Oh, good. I'll be hopping off.
Okay.
And I'm glad that Link is gonna take my place. But yeah, man, I appreciate the invite, definitely. And I'm always down to talk some gaming with you and the rest of the boys whenever.
Definitely, brother. Well, listen, you have access to the Discord, so anytime I'm live and you want to come in and get your bars off, feel free, just jump on in.
Yeah, and I'll see you tomorrow, 10 a.m. PS5 Pro, baby.
10 a.m. man. I can't wait. As a matter of fact, I may try to go to sleep early. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like a kid when you was a little kid in Christmas time. It's gonna you want to go to sleep early.
Exactly. So like next morning is Christmas time, right?
Yeah,
that's how I feel too. And everybody should get those credit cards ready, guys, because if by any chance, like when the PS5 got revealed, somebody decides to open pre-orders before they're supposed to, you gotta be there, because that same thing happened last time. And I almost missed my chance to get one at launch. So
yeah,
be on the lookout, everybody.
Well, push come to shove, man. Regardless, I will have one day one. I don't care if I gotta go to fucking
scalp it.
Yeah, eBay. I'm gonna have one, man. Some things I just gotta have day one.
Damn right.
Yep.
All right, my man.
All right.
Have a good night.
You too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I wanna, appreciate him for coming in. All right. Let me see. It's 11 Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific. Okay. So it's 10 o'clock Central Time. Yeah. So it's 10 o'clock my time. So here's the thing. I'm gonna be driving. I'm gonna be on the road, but I'm gonna be watching and listening to it in the truck. But if y'all live, sick, I know you probably go live. If you go live or whatever, I might since I'll be driving, I might jump in somebody's Discord or whatever and just chop it up and see what y'all thoughts. Honestly, I don't think we're gonna get a price tomorrow. I don't think we are going to see any games tomorrow. I can't send a DM. All right. Damn. How can I? We gonna get. I'm gonna add you to the Discord. I'm gonna find a way to add you to the Discord so you can have access. I do think that it's true. We're gonna have that state of play that's actually going to show the games and then give you the price and actually show off the look of the console. I remember that PS5 Pro technical breakdown. He didn't show the hardware. He just talked about what's in there, the specs, and what he was trying to accomplish. And then like a week later or 2 weeks later, they revealed how it's gonna look, and then they revealed the price and when you can order it. So I just want to put the expectations out there. I don't know. I know some people like to say just follow how Sony previously did it, but sometimes, man, Sony, they don't follow any kind of specific rules. They just do what they want to do. They just kind of, who knows? They could show like Mark Cerny talking for 5 minutes about what he's going to accomplish, and the rest of that is just they're just going to show off some games. Like, you just don't know. But I will say this. When Mark Cerny speaks, motherfuckers listen now. They didn't in the PS4 era. But in this, after seeing what the PlayStation 5 can do, them motherfuckers definitely got some respect on Mark Cerny's name. Y'all definitely gotta respect him now. But just in case, man, have your credit cards, be ready to go to GameStop or whatever you got to, in case pre-orders come up. Sony known for just popping some goddamn pre-orders out of nowhere, like they did with that, like they did with the damn Astrobot controller, just out of nowhere. Jazz, the real Jazz, not the bootleg Jazz. What's good, my brother? I was watching you earlier. Then I said I'm gonna go ahead and go live before, before I gotta go to sleep and stuff like that. I had a bunch of people saying, "Hey, you gonna go live? You gonna go live?" And so I just said, hey, "Shit, I've been live for 3 hours and 12 minutes now, right?" But I tell you what, tomorrow is y'all day, man. It's y'all time to shine tomorrow. Breaking down all the tech specs and what y'all thoughts are. I definitely want to see what you got, what you think about it, Jazz. Sick. I'm definitely going to be listening to see what you got to think about it. And we'll see. Can you build those PS5 Pro specs for $700, $600, or however much they're going to charge? We'll see. That's going to be the question. You're going to have a bunch of people mad. Some people downplaying it. Some people overplaying it. Y'all know how we do. It's the console war. That's just, it is what it is. But, yeah, Lunchi, I agree. I think the pre-order is going to come available at the State of Play. They're going to show you the games. They're going to show you how the console look and all that stuff. Yeah, sick. We all know, man. We all know that. But that's these crazy guys, man. They say, yeah, you can go to Walmart, man, and get you a $500 PC. It'll run better than the PlayStation 5. And I just shake my damn head. Like, I just think these motherfuckers really don't have a PS5. They really never played on one. All they got to do is buy a PS5 and pop in Demon Souls or Horizon Burning Shores or fucking Spider-Man 2 or Gran Turismo 7. And I mean, we can keep going. Those are just a few games. Yo, Keith. Hey, Z jumped in for about 2 minutes earlier. He was talking about his mic. He couldn't hear us, but we could hear him. So I'm assuming he gonna get all that shit together and he gonna be live tomorrow. So you might catch him live in the morning. But he back. Oh, Sam Watson, that'll be dope. If they release the PS5 Pro with the 30th anniversary colors. Y'all remember when they did that with the PS4? With the OG PS1 colors. Like that off-white / gray type color. Y'all know the OG color. That'll actually be dope. What'll be dope too is if, which I'm thinking is going to be the case, if you can use the disk drive, your PS5 disk drive, if you can use that right? So that where everybody just buy a digital PS5 Pro. I mean, yeah, digital PS5 Pro, and for those who want a disc, right, they just go buy a $70 disc drive, pop it on there, put your shell on there, call it a day. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be honest. I think the technical breakdown is probably not the big thing. I think the big thing will be the state of play, because that's more people want to see the games and less, about like Mark Cerny. He's going to get into the tech spec that a lot of people can't understand. So we'll need people like Sick to break it down. To break down what does those specs mean? How does that translate differently from the PS5 to the PS5 Pro? How much of a difference are the two? Will you see a tangible difference? You're gonna see some people say, "Well, I don't understand why my PS5. Why I gotta buy a PS5 Pro? Why can't my PS5 do that?" They're gonna use the same excuse they always use. Oh, Sony sold you a half a unit and they selling you the rest of the unit later. The normal goofy is gonna be saying crazy shit like that. Yeah, Mike, rumor is the PS5 Pro is supposed to be fully backwards compatible with all from PlayStation 1 all the way through PlayStation 4. That'll be dope. But that's not really a selling point to me because we're 4 years into this generation. I stopped caring about back compat shit day one. Jenna Hayes said, "Hey Barrett, I mean J-Dub. Oh yeah." Got some Final Fantasy 7 going on. How y'all been doing? Uncompetitive said 4 times the graphics power of the PS5. Hey, we gonna see, man. We gonna see. Boy. Halamoko in the house. What's good? What's good? What's good? Oh man, I was just thinking about shutting down. I got 200 people in here now. Y'all must have been somewhere else and came over here. Mario, he said, Pastor's gonna be capping hard tomorrow. Big facts. Y'all know all the bots and all the PC gamers are gonna be downplaying it. And y'all know me, I'm gonna make sure I'm overplaying it. I'm gonna say, God damn, that PS5 Pro putting my 4090 to shame. I'm mad at PC dudes mad at me. I'm gonna post a tweet saying I saw that PS5 Pro. I'm instantly selling my 4090 PC. I'm willing to trade a PS5 Pro for a 4090. Listen, I mean, it is what it is. You can't please everybody. One thing for sure is Xbox has their mid-gen refresh already. That's that Amazon Fire Stick. So we got to catch up to them, y'all. We behind. Oh, Lord Jesus, there was a fire. Sam Watson said, Harry Geek will provide plenty of labs. Listen, these guys are about to... Outside Gaming said J-Dub Pro was... Big facts. Listen, they are about to provide so many clips. They're going to be so angry. They're going to call Sony anti-consumer. They're not thinking about people, and they're just money hungry and blah, 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 blah. Ryan McCaffrey, of course, he's going to downplay it. Destin is going to downplay it. Paris is going to downplay it. All of them are going to downplay it. They're going to say, it's weak sauce. It's a waste of money. Just get a PC. It's not doing anything my PS5 can already do. Remember, all these guys allegedly own a PS5. But they just get so angry and mad they don't play on it. Or they claim, oh, only use my PS5 for the exclusives. But that's a lot of goddamn games. But they'll never tell you why they have an Xbox. Yeah, transformational. Hey, listen, I might do that. J-Dub Pro. That's gonna be my new name. I'm gonna change that on Twitter. J-Dub Pro. Boy, the son of Mark Cerny. Hey, tomorrow is gonna be yeah. It's gonna be one of them days. That's all I'm gonna say. It's one of them days. I will say this before I go. No matter what console you own, no matter what, this is what gaming is about. Gaming is about being excited. It's about having something to look forward to. We got GTA 6 coming next year, the game, the proclaimed game of the generation. I think we got Wolverine coming next year, a bunch of other first-party games coming next year, a bunch of third-party, second-party games. Hell, we got more Xbox games coming next year. This is what gaming is about. And for all these people that's telling you that gaming is dry and gaming is dying, be weary of those people. Be very weary of those people. Those people are just weirdos, and they're probably Xbox guys. They want gaming to die because their platform of choice died. Halamoko Z, he's moving. He jumped on earlier on his PC. He's trying to get it together, but he's back. He back. He was moving. He had all these equipment and shit, all of it in boxes and shit. So, but he back. Listen, I'm gonna tell you now. If you got a PS5 and an Xbox or whatever, if you got an extra PS5, go ahead and trade that shit into GameStop. They're giving away they're giving you $385. Shout out to DeMarcus 008 is a new subscriber. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you. I appreciate everybody that's here right now. We got 194 people in here, 200 people in here. And it's 11 o'clock my time. That's 12 o'clock Eastern. Salute to everybody for rocking out with me, man. Tomorrow is going to be a special day, and the next State of Play showcase or State of whatever is going to be great. We get to see the games, but tomorrow we're going to see what Mark Cerny been cooking. I saw them talk about an interview they did with Mark Cerny. He said the PS5 Pro, it took them 19 months to make it, and they haven't missed a deadline yet. 4K 120 frames for the win. My brother Jiggery Pokery was good. Listen, man, we gonna see. Doc Dark in the house. He said, wait a minute. I'm an Xbox guy, and I'm excited for the PS5 Pro. We know you are, my brother. We know you are. You want the better running versions of the Xbox games. We know that. My brother Doc Dark can't wait to swipe that credit card and get that PS5 Pro so he can play Starfield and get them solid 60 frames a second in 4K. My brother. Hey, I'm gonna be honest. I just want Forza. I want that Forza Horizon 5 and Flight Simulator in VR. That's what I want from Microsoft. It is the 30th year anniversary for PlayStation, At Tokyo Game Show, I think Ken Kutaragi is going to be speaking. Haki Zena, thank you for subscribing to the channel, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate the love. Appreciate you. But listen, all games will run better on the PS5 Pro, the world's most powerful console. Rumor has it it's more powerful than 4 Titans. Nah, we need that Starfield. Not that we want it, we need that. We need to poke fun. And I got a bunch of old tweets that I'd like to pull out and get credit for. So yeah, I need that Starfield. Man, we got 205 people in here. Man, salute to y'all. The truth, I see it. Hey, listen, Gears E-Day will be date and date on PS5 Pro. 4K 120 with ray tracing. Thanks to the pisser technology. Listen, Returnal. I want to see Returnal in 4K. Man, with the ray tracing and all that shit. Listen, man. Shout out, salute to my brother Doctor. He said, I'm just here to support J-Dub. I'm going to sleep. He said he going to sleep early so he can wake up and see what Mark Cerny got to say. As you should, brother. He said, but a 120 Starfield on PlayStation would hurt my soul. My PC can do it with frame generation on. But a console, that'll be crazy. Listen, man, I'm just saying, Mark Cerny, everybody in the past that has ever bet against him has lost. The guy is, I mean, he's basically undefeated. He's the Michael Jordan of console creation in tech. Oh, man, stop being messy, Kevin. Kevin Logan said, J-Dub, what happened to the hold the line, my brother? Oh, man, listen, leave that brother alone. He is no longer holding the line. The line has been erased. Yeah, Transformational Game said, J-Dub, I remember you were with me on the sub count. Congrats, buddy. He said, you've been really consistent on these social media stuff. Listen, I appreciate you. You know, you always, always here, always support me. I know I've been lazy with the whole Twitter stuff, man. I mean, not Twitter, but YouTube stuff, doing videos and stuff like that. But being honest, everybody that's in my circle, they do content creation. I'm on, Porter Rock's podcast, 60 Frame No Lag. I'm on Z's podcast. I'm on, you catch me on everybody's podcast. So it's kind of hard to by the time I give all my time to everybody else, there's really no need for me to do my own stuff. But this stuff kind of hit the wire today, and I said, everybody kept tweeting me and DMing me, J-Dub, you going live? And since Z been down or whatever, we ain't been going live. So I said, I gotta hold it down, man. I'm going live. Going live right now. Halamoka said, where is Post down? Leave my brother Post up alone, man. He is I don't know what that brother. That brother is doing cooking shows. Now he's no longer in the gaming realm. He got ran out of gaming. PS5 has put a lot of people out of business, man. Oh, the truth. Hey, right on time, brother. You had that old TV, but listen, what better way to get a PS5 Pro than to play it on a brand new TV? Hey, all you guys, if you got some damn 1080p TVs in here, listen, it's that time, man. Don't wait till tax season. Go ahead and stop being cheap. Go get your nice little TV, 4K. Don't even think about buying these next generation consoles if your TV trash. Yeah, my brother post. Listen, man, I ain't gonna lie. The console war dying, being over. it put a lot of my Xbox brothers out of business, man. Like they don't tweet anymore, they don't do videos anymore. Shit, crazy. He said, "Yeah, the PS5 Pro is going to be an AI beast. Look for that upscale tech with resolution and frame rate." Listen, if Mark Cerny, if that piston technology can compete with DLSS, with frame generation, can y'all imagine? It has the DLSS with frame generation, bruh. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how Xbox is gonna compete with that. I'm just saying, we don't know. We'll know tomorrow. But if that shit got some frame generation tech, see, I didn't even think about that because that's custom that's custom software and hardware. Dion Hayes said, "I got a PS5 Slim and I'm not trying to get a PS5 Pro. I'm good. I can do 700 for the PS5 Pro console." Oh, he said, "I can't do it." Listen, that's just speculation. We don't know. It's all just speculation. We really don't know, but we'll find out more tomorrow based on the tech that's in it. So far, everything was just based on leaks. Sometimes the leaks are accurate, sometimes it's not. They talking about 36 T-flops. All I'm gonna say is that's a lot of mustard on that hot dog. Pause. You know, look what Sony did with 9 to 10 T-flops on the PS5. It took down a 12.4 T-flop system. Even last generation, when it had a 4.2 T-flop system, it was able to hang with a 6 T-flop system. So imagine the PS5 that you have now with just more power. I mean, they work wonders with these guys with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Wait. PlayStation Direct website is doing a trade-in? Hey, that'll be crazy. Man overboard. I hope that's true. If PlayStation Direct is doing a trade-in, that'll be crazy. I know GameStop is giving $385 for a PS5 now. $385, man. That's basically $400. Not too shabby. T. Harris said Mark Cerny gonna come out tomorrow and say T-flops do matter, bitches. Hey, that'll be crazy, man. That'll be crazy. He's gonna say, and this is how you do the T-flops. Man, that'll be crazy. Big facts. He said, hit that like button for J-Dub. Listen, Mark Cerny is a genius, man. He tried to tell the bots it's more to gaming than just T-flops. It's the sum of all the parts working in unison. They didn't want to hear it. They got stumped out. They got ran out of business. Now what? Now everybody is waiting to see what Mark Cerny has to say. We'll find out in the morning, man. And with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to head out. I need to go shower, get some sleep, get ready for 10 a.m. I'm going to put my tuxedo and my top hat on and my have my coffee ready. Listen to Mark Cerny give a masterclass on how to build a console, and wait for that announcement for them to show off the games. I can't wait. I know y'all can't wait. But seriously think, guys, in before it's too late in the whole trade-in stuff for GameStop. Think about it. It's a good trade, especially if you have an extra one. You don't want to trade in your main, right? Because you don't want to be without a console. Anyway, I'm about to crash. Thank y'all for coming out, supporting me, and rocking out with me. Y'all will hear from me tomorrow. I will go live tomorrow. It's just a great time to be a gamer. T. Harris said, LOL, cook some oxtails. Big facts. Big facts, man. Why you even mention that? Now I'm hungry as hell. And it's late at night. No, a brother can't be eating late at night. I'll end up sleeping through the Mark Cerny event. Can't have that. Wake up talking about what I miss. Anyway, man, y'all have a great night, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow is a PlayStation holiday. The PlayStation Nation leader, Mark Cerny, the scientist in chief, will be showing us how to make a console. Anyway, y'all have a great evening, man, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow. We're gonna have some fun. Y'all take it easy. Thank y'all for all y'all support.